Hey everyone, welcome to episode 35,
35, you got it.
Of the Apocalypse Rescheduled podcast.
Show.
The band name is Spontaneous Human Consumption.
That's this week's band name.
Yeah, that's what we titled.
I would go see that band.
I would look them up on YouTube for
that.
about 35 seconds and then close the video.
Well, what don't you close immediately on YouTube?
Most of the things that I watch, I just don't open a lot of things.
What?
Honestly,
I sometimes have trouble getting through a 5-minute video now.
That's fucking terrible.
That sounds like a mental illness.
Seriously.
I mean, I guess it depends what it is. But most of the time, it's like, certainly if it's above 5 minutes, I just might as well close it. Or I skip around.
I'm still just enamored with this thing I made earlier.
What thing did you make earlier?
The podcast thumbnail.
Oh, okay.
For 34.
The Mercantile Machinations thumbnail.
Editing.
What?
The Mercantile Machinations one.
Yeah, that one.
It's pretty good.
Got a lot of topics we can talk about.
Yeah, we'll do that in addition to talking about 6 or 7 Rocky movies.
See, when I was thinking of Mercantile Machinations, when I came up with the band name initially, I was thinking of, like, schemes from a Jew or something. I wasn't expecting machinations being, giant fighting robots.
A giant fighting robot is a machination.
Yeah, I know, it is. It is. It's just not the kind that people usually say when they're talking about machinations.
I understood that.
Yeah.
But,
It fucked me up. I was like, what? Not what I expected. Anyway.
Yep, things just happen.
I don't have any expectations.
No.
It just happens.
No. What one was... Honestly, the hardest one was probably Accidental Holocaust. I didn't know what to do. I sat there for like 10 minutes looking at Photoshop. And just
It should have been Thomas standing in front of a bunch of dead Jews just with the word bubble that says oops. Or something.
That's ultimately... That's not that different from what ended up.
Just a picture of the gate, just Abrit macht frei, and then like that little ASCII man with his hands in the air just shrugging. Just put that in the fence.
Really...
That would be the...
That's just... yeah, what are you going to do?
Whoops.
Oh, shit.
Stupid Andrew Jackson living before photographs.
Yeah.
Although I think actually Stalin in that is also a painting, but it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Welcome to this episode.
Dude was made out of watercolors, so
it's
hard to tell.
People just had to sit for hours, and the kid would just paint them.
Yeah.
Isn't that how they
did?
Sometimes they hired people to sit for hours.
And they did photography the same way.
Yeah.
Wait, what? They hired
people to sit in their place. They just fucking...
Oh, okay. So like you get the face down and then you just can get the pose.
No, it was just fake people.
Oh, fake people. What's
like
a fake
a lot of
person?
the paintings of things for official things were just paintings of lookalikes.
For example, Napoleon Bonaparte didn't actually exist. He's a made-up person.
Seriously.
Well, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the paintings of him are actually of this guy named Leo.
You're trying to tell me a 5'2" Frenchman manlet took over fucking Europe? No.
Continental Europe.
Wasn't his voice really high-pitched, too?
Probably. Who cares?
Yeah.
Was that it must have been a movie or some shit. I saw that.
I don't know.
Probably.
Kid's voice
It's
was
probably a
high-pitched and
movie,
annoying.
Corey. I doubt you met Napoleon Bonaparte. And I don't
know, man. It could be a video game. There's that Napoleon's Revolution, something.
Empire at War.
Yeah, but would you ever play a video game with Napoleon in it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, man, there's a civilization.
Would,
yeah, he's in one of the civs.
It's Civilization Revolution. Yeah, that's what it's called.
That'd do it then. Never mind.
But that was the Xbox version where they had to fucking dump everything out because Xbox is garbage.
Okay.
Original Xbox or Xbox?
Or so
Xbox the sequel.
So I'm told. The sequel.
Also, Napoleon was 2 inches taller than the average height of his time period.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm judging him based off my current standards.
Yeah, but I mean, he was ruler of the world.
If it works for
stuff,
saying
man.
that the fucking forefathers were terrible people because they have slaves, then it works for saying Napoleon Bonaparte was short as fuck. I'm going to judge them by today's standards.
Depends if you're judging them by today's standards or more rationally by the standards of the time.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're doing it by the
Yeah.
standards of the time, it was fine.
That's what I'm
Everybody-
saying. Either
if you
slave
just- yeah.
holding was okay in the 1700s, or Napoleon Bonaparte was short. Pick one.
I can only pick one.
Yeah.
He's not technically wrong, which does make him technically right. As Futurama
God.
taught us all, the best kind of correct.
Yeah, whatever. I'm tired of people quoting that thing. It annoys me.
I know.
What do you think in like 50 years is gonna be the slave equivalent?
Gay?
Robots, is that a question?
No, it's gay. It's
Oh, okay, never mind. I
Yeah.
misunderstood. The equivalent of, how could we have done such a terrible thing 50 years ago?
yeah.
This is what you're saying. I mean, yeah.
I
I
mean,
guess gays. I don't fucking know.
I mean, that was like
it's
that was like 10 years ago. That was trash.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think so, man. I don't think anybody cares.
no, they stopped caring, but like during the Bush presidency, it was a major debate, more or less all the time, and most people seemed to be opposed to
That's because they were all
gay rights.
Oh shit. Corey figured
And
it
then
out.
the country all
Everyone who
just shifted
opposes
overnight for
anything
no
is
reason.
projecting.
That's exactly true.
Yes,
isn't it?
anyone who opposes anything ever is projecting. If you're in
Yeah.
favor of gay marriage, you're secretly a homophobe. And if you are opposed gay marriage, you're secretly homosexual. Everybody's on
You
the
gotta
wrong
confuse
side
the
whole
masses,
time.
Thomas. Yeah. It'd be too boring if things were just how they
If people
were.
just
Things are-
had
if
if
things
people
are,
just
yeah.
had opinions that weren't derived off of deep dark secrets that they hide from themselves.
Yeah.
I hide all my secrets from myself.
But seriously though, if you think calling somebody's opinion on something projecting is a legitimate form of argument, go fucking hang yourself, because it's babby tier psychology 101 and you need to fucking die.
Jesus, man, you need to
I'm
calm
tired
down.
of seeing it all the time. Anytime there's any argument about anything ever.
Oh, is that what people do?
Yes.
I don't go on the. I don't read internet forums.
I do.
Yeah,
It's
reading
basically
reading
all I
internet
do, 'cause I'm
arguments
barely
was
employed.
entertaining for like a year, and then
I just go on
completely-
Reddit and
I
read those
completely
one-line
got
posts
over
that
it.
are funny.
Yeah, but they're not though.
Sometimes
No,
they
they're
are.
not.
They like good puns.
Name
or something.
one.
Thomas, I have to do something.
Fucking kill yourself.
Okay?
That's something to do. Fucking get that,
the shot glasses.
Get that Clorox shot glass that I'm never gonna get around to making.
I mean, how do you do that without getting really sued?
Put a K on the front.
Yeah.
No, but not only that, but
Make
isn't it like
make it
someone will
Clorox.
actually kill themselves, and then wouldn't you get sued from that too?
No.
Okay.
Just no.
Thanks, Thomas. There's our little lawyer segment.
No, you just put on the bottom of the glass. Don't drink bleach.
Post your questions, your legal questions, and Thomas will answer them on the
It's
show.
one word or less, guaranteed.
One word or less. Sometimes he won't even.
You
say
can tweet
that.
at him too.
Yeah.
We can put your. It's at poopmans_pizza.
.com.
Yeah. Type that in.
Nah, man. I was looking for bleach shot glasses, and I can't believe they're not a thing.
That is
Nobody
surprising,
says
yeah.
drink bleach. You kids just started saying drink bleach all the time.
Dude,
no one
it
was
was
saying it before.
It was a meme in like 2009 because of Amanda
yeah, I know.
Todd.
It's been forever, man. That's like 10 years ago in like meme years.
That's
I meant
8
to
years
say
ago
100.
in real years.
I meant to say 100, and I said 10.
Okay. Good job.
I don't know, man. Just that kid sent iDubbbz the bleach in a wine glass. It's still a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
He's fucking great.
He's the guy
dude.
who's wearing
just-
the tingle outfit and jumps off the counter and goes, "I'm gay,"
Oh, that guy.
or
Yeah.
however the fuck he's.
The one you posted where he just jumps and just,
Yeah, and he falls
Yeah.
into the sky.
yeah. That's a pretty good gif. I like
Yeah.
that.
All I do is steal content from other people and just share it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because making content's kind of too much work.
I do very occasionally make things.
I've made
addition
content
to-
before.
Like- Well, why would you make content when someone's gonna do it better?
Because I'm the one who does it better sometimes.
Nah.
I made that AIDS one, the diagnosis one.
I make a bunch of
I made that AIDS one. He
I
says.
make a bunch of memes for the shows I'm currently watching and share them with other people on A.
Oh, that's just fucking. Speaking of this, Thomas, what is your day to day?
Well, right now I'm barely employed, so today I've been filling out job applications while watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. A couple days ago it was the same thing, but watching all the Rocky movies.
Kids like, look, it's Mr. T, and it's like, Thomas, you're supposed to watch that movie a month ago.
Yep. I forgot.
Well, see, I thought he was talking about Overwatch for a second.
What? No, yeah,
And
no.
Mr. T and
Doomfist.
Overwatch, that'd be neat.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
for a
he's
second.
maybe
And
not.
then I
It'd be
realized,
fine.
He's
oh,
the
this
actual
would be-
voice of Doomfist.
Yeah.
Terry Crews was a misdirect.
He just says,
He's the voice. He's the voice of Diva now.
that would be great. What did they have?
Here comes a new challenger.
They did have an April Fool's Day.
No, it
thing.
would not
It
be.
was just Reinhardt in the chat was April Fool's Day. People didn't even
dumb.
notice.
There's some thing where someone posted an image about, hey, look, you can like choose the different, because you know the different skins have different like weapon skins, so you can like match them. But
Yeah,
apparently that's fake. I think that would be stupid.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
weapon skins in general are stupid.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, they're not even really like. Most of them aren't even different. Right?
No, but like okay, so,
Okay, so-
most games that have weapon skins, they very quickly become
Well,
cancer.
I'm talking about Overwatch. Like the only one I can think of is like Soldier's gun changes.
Yeah, a lot of the weapons change pretty significantly.
Reinhardt's hammer thing. I think
Yeah, no,
changes.
Corey, all of them have different things with the legendary skins.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. But yes, you're right. It's so much cancer. Weapon skins are so much cancer. I hate them.
Yeah,
I really do.
I'm fine
Like,
with.
dude, I'm
fine with the gold gun reward because it's
But
just
that's
gold.
it.
But that's it. Everything else is trash.
Like Call of Duty, dude. You just Call of Duty people running around with like fucking flashing weed camos all
Yeah,
over the place. Like that's just
it's-
cancer.
yeah.
14-year-old
It's
garbage.
You know what
completely-
would
Well, I
be-
mean, go ahead.
You know what I think would be acceptable if they added it to the thing? Like another tier above gold weapons. Just invisible.
Thomas,
your
the
gun's
invisible is
just
part
not
of the
there.
problem.
Just imaginary guns.
Like these,
That's just
yeah,
weird.
there's
though.
but there's
That's
yeah,
really awful.
Just
Yeah,
finger
it's-
guns the whole time.
Finger gun.
Oh, finger guns would be
Finger
cool.
gun would be good.
With McCree, that would be dope. I'd be down for that.
And
Let's
I
get that
guess they
going.
just have to put hands on Diva's neck or something. I don't know how that one would work.
Oh, no.
Is it
little
Battlefield that has the randomly occurring crazy gun
Yeah.
Yeah,
reloading?
yeah, those are really
are
cool.
great.
The animations, yeah, those are fun. Those are a lot of fun. I don't think does Battlefield have skin stuff.
I
don't even know.
don't know. I have no idea.
I don't even.
I never played it enough to notice.
Implying it anyway.
Speaking of, did you guys see the Call of Duty stuff?
Yeah,
They released like a teaser trailer.
yeah.
I saw information
You want to talk? You want to
about
talk? This is we can talk about it. It's Call of Duty's not necessarily last attempt, but certainly like the last one that might matter.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna do well, and the reason I say that is because if you look at Call of Duty now, I don't even know what it is, Infinite Warfare or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that's the current one.
Like the games are so fast, you know. You can sprint and slide faster. There's jetpacks. You can go in all directions, and that's kind of the trend that they've been going. Is if you look at the games through the years, they just get faster and faster and faster pace, and all of a sudden they're going down to these World War II guns, which just are inherently slower. Reload times
yeah, but
slower. You got to
that's
reload
bullshit.
more.
You don't have to do that.
What?
As evidenced
I
by
mean,
the
but
fact
if
that
you
they
want to
haven't.
if you want to make a good World War II game, you do.
yeah,
Eh.
which I
And Call of Duty's not good at being a slow game anymore. Like the audience for that are all like our age, like in their 20s, and a lot of them just don't care about Call of Duty. Now it's just
Yeah,
kids
but
and nerds.
I'm actually considering playing a World War II game. I wouldn't consider any other Call of Duty, but a World War II.
Yeah, but
game.
if you're gonna play a World War II game, you play Battlefield.
Which one? Like the one from 2005?
Oh shit!
I mean, isn't Battlefield 1 basically World War II?
It kind
It's
of
World
is,
War
but
One.
it's World
You
War
said the
One.
weapons are.
The weapons are more like
I don't know,
World
man.
War II, you're right, but it is still World War One.
Unless they make this game like bare bones, dude, I don't want to see someone with an M1 Grand running around with fucking weed camo on their.
And they
fucking
won't.
gun.
That's
gonna
you're
be
right.
bullshit.
You're right. That's exactly what's going to
It's
happen.
gonna be. That's gonna be cancer.
Oh man.
If they do that, it's cancer. But if they don't, then they're not getting their primary audience now.
Yeah. I just think it's strange how they just gone back, like in time again.
Dude, it's because if they kept going forward, it would just be a Halo.
Yeah, and
clone. It's
everybody
almost a
hated
Halo
the ones
clone.
that are in the future. The more in the future they go, the less they sell.
I kind
So
of
like,
wanted
well,
them.
we'll go back in time.
I kind of wanted them, partially out of malevolence and partially out of curiosity, to not keep going in the same direction with it, but to realize that the same direction wasn't working. Going forward in time isn't working. So let's do something entirely different and just go high fantasy.
Yeah,
High fantasy,
that's
sci-fi,
Halo.
elven
Thomas, that's
laser
Halo.
bows.
That's Halo or that's fucking Titanfall.
No, I'm talking like fucking elves and shit, man.
Elves and shit.
Yeah,
That would kill them, dude.
exactly. I wanted to see that.
It's way too easy to just copy and paste.
Yeah.
Which is what they've been doing forever. They use the same
Yep.
engine for like 10 games in a row.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, man, if it ain't broke, you can sell it.
Well, they use it for Modern Warfare through Ghosts, I think. Ghost was the first one where they updated it. And then since Ghost, they haven't updated it at all.
Well, good.
And who knows
How can
what
you
they
improve
updated?
perfection, Ben?
Well, you could have the fish actually react to the bullets like they said they did, but that was
Oh,
actually a
shit.
lie
Yeah.
to bring back
Goddamn
ancient
fish
things.
Physics. That is an ancient meme.
Yeah.
That was a meme back when X-Play was airing on G4. Two different
Oh,
things that no
God.
longer exist.
Oh god.
So many levels
I mean-
of not existence all compiling on top of each other.
Literally two of them.
Yeah. Well, I give up.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
People are gonna be drop shotting with Thompson guns and shit. It'll be awful.
I mean, that's what they did in World at War. And that's
Yeah, I
fine.
didn't play that though.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. I mean, it's hacked to pieces, obviously, but it was good back in its day. I enjoyed it.
I also
I'm honestly probably never gonna play a Call of Duty game again unless it's you buy it for some reason.
they're never cheap enough.
Like, I considered-
that's the thing. Like if they were,
Yeah,
if I
dude.
could get one of the good ones for like $10 and just play around with like a couple hundred people, I'd be fine with that. But they're never that cheap. They're selling like Call
I
of
have it
Duty
on
2 for like
PC.
$15.
Call of Duty 2 is a good game.
Exactly.
I mean, I want to play remastered, but I'm certainly not paying the extra. What is it, $80? I think you got to pay. That's fucking stupid.
I don't know if the World War II one came bundled with Modern Warfare 2 remastered.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
it's I don't know. It was never my game anyway.
Yeah, I played a shitload of Black Ops, and that's where I stopped.
I was always.
I think Black Ops
I was
1
like,
is
if I'm gonna play a
where
shooter,
it
I'll just
was
play
the
Halo.
best.
I don't need to care about
Yeah.
these Call of Duty games with their gun.
Well, see, I like the World War II and the modern games because the guns are those are real guns, So you kind of just learn a little bit about.
That's
even
yeah
if it's
okay,
almost
but
nothing.
at the same time, as a result, you had a whole generation of kids who at 14 thought they knew everything about guns,
That's true.
and those people are just trash and cancer, and I don't want them to exist. Come spouting out knowledge that you learned from Modern Warfare about
well, I mean,
which
there are generations.
yeah, I know, and I hate. Well, I mean, I'm not a fan of
Me
them
Yeah.
or anyone, but
Hey man, I remember I did I had this report I had to do about World War II, and I chose to do weapons, and I got all of my information from there was this information screen and a big red one, Call of Duty 2,
Yeah.
that told you a little bit about the guns.
Yeah.
And I just took all the information from there. It was great.
Good job.
I didn't do well on the thing. I did really bad on
I
it.
imagine so.
The teacher was like, a lot of this information's wrong, and it's not really what you were
this gun
supposed
is
to do.
perfect
And I
for
was like,
360
oh,
no scoping noobs.
shit. Yeah, dude.
What is
Fight
factually incorrect
bigger.
about pressing down on the D-pad to crouch?
God, I remember
Now you got to play with.
we tried to play
Go ahead.
Big Red 1 that one time, and we couldn't figure out how to reload or anything, and the controls were just a nightmare.
They were
Like
pretty
God,
just
dude,
looking at
games
it,
that have-
looking at it was awful. Just looking at the screen.
Games that have health bars that don't regenerate are just so stressful.
Yeah,
like most RPGs.
Overwatch.
Yeah, that.
I don't know.
Well,
what
I
he's-
mean, but it's really easy to get health in those games. Like in Call of Duty, man. If you were playing on whatever the hardest difficulty is, there's not medics running around or anything. There's not a lot of health packs on the ground. You gotta be careful and shit. And that's just
Well,
stressful.
try
If I've
not
learned
dying,
anything-
just like real life.
from going back to old video games, it's that really if you're making a game, it's style over realism, like 100%.
Yeah, that's why I was saying
Yeah.
they should do that fucking high fantasy shit.
Going back and
Nah, that'd be gay.
Going
Yeah, I
back and
would,
playing,
but I want to see it
like,
happen.
old Call of Duty games is a nightmare because it's just brown and green and you can't see what's happening. It's like, how is this ever acceptable?
Because, man, it was the past.
It's just like, okay, I
Millions
guess
of
I guess
people
you just
died.
shot at muzzle flares and that's the entire game. It's
Yeah,
like there's a
basically.
muzzle flare, shoot at it.
Dude, I remember when I played like Assassin's Creed 1 and Gears 1, I was like, graphics will never get better than this. And now you look at them and they're like, oh my god, this is ass.
It's like watching.
How is
It's
anything
like watching
looking
the
like
first
this?
Toy Story in 2017.
Yeah, watching the first Toy Story is a little bit rough now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a few
Oh
years.
man, are you
It-
in for a treat?
It held up for a long time and then it just stopped.
It just,
I don't
it
I
A
don't
lot
know
of Disney
why.
movies
I
hold
think it's
up,
like
though.
after Polar Express came out, people were like, "Oh,
I hated the way
oh."
Polar Express looked though.
Yeah, I know, because Polar Express, the kids looked, they had like proportion to them. Was the issue? Fucking Andy looked like a goddamn monster in retrospect.
Kid remembers the name.
You know, everybody knows Andy's name. It's
It's
like
on
the
his
whole
boot.
plot of the movie.
It's the whole plot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Him being Andy's toy and trying to get back to Andy. That's like the movie.
Andy!
Oh, I thought you were talking about Polar
No,
Express.
No,
Fuck,
nobody
cares
knows who
about
the
Polar
kid in
Express.
Polar Express is.
That's what I was
If
saying.
you do,
man.
if you know who the kid in Polar Express is, I want you to stop listening to this podcast.
Tom Hanks is in it, right?
I know Tom Hanks is in
Yes,
it. Yeah,
yes, he is.
He
He's
plays
the
the conductor.
He
He's
plays
the polar
basically
bear.
himself.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Oh.
if there is one of those in that anymore.
Probably it's at the North Pole. Sure. Santa probably has a whole team of them. They guard the palace, like in the his Dark Material series. Which,
you
by
guys
the
know
way, that's
Santa
the
doesn't
absolute best
exist?
part of that series. I don't like the rest of it. I don't even care. But the armored polar bears is the best part, and they fight to
Yeah.
the death. And
his
main
name-
polar bear becomes king of the polar bears again. And then the Flash did the
fuck are
exact
you on
same
about?
thing with like
Philip
Gorilla Grodd.
Pullman's His Dark Materials. It's a series of 3 books?
It's 3, yeah.
Yeah.
They kill God at the end, although it's not really God. It's a little bit unclear. They call him like the architect, maybe?
Nah, that's too Matrixy. They probably wouldn't have done that.
No, it wouldn't have been the architect. But he's like sealed in like a glass container, and they use the subtle knife to cut it open, and the wind kills him, just because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
that weak.
Because he's old. Literally as old as things can be.
I've also just remembered that there's the cowboy with the hot air balloon, and that's also really cool.
Oh shit!
So,
yeah.
so never mind. There's
And
several
there's
cool
those,
things.
Those motorcycle monsters.
They weren't motorcycles, Thomas. They just naturally had a wheel in them.
They had 2 wheels.
Yeah. Well,
They're
actually, it
motorcycles.
wasn't that they naturally had a wheel. It was that they could pick up these seeds and use them as wheels.
Yeah.
But it was like a very obviously this was a design thing because it couldn't have occurred naturally.
Yeah.
I don't remember the subtleties of the books. I just remember things that existed in that universe.
Anyway, my point is, I enjoyed the chapter about the fucking wheel monsters. It's cool.
Yeah, but like, didn't like souls just come out of the sky there? And they just like were like pollen.
Yeah, basically. It's dust, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Corey has no idea what we're talking about, but we talked about Call of Duty for a while, so that's on him. No,
I was thinking about how cool hot air balloons are.
hot air balloons are not cool.
I think they're pretty
No,
cool.
they're quite hot. That's the point. It's got hot in the
fucking
name.
got him!
God damn it! God damn it! Kill yourself.
You first.
That's something Thomas would say, man. It's cancer.
Yeah, basically.
God damn it.
Also, they're not that neat either.
They're pretty neat, man.
No.
If you put a little light in them and go into the
No.
sky, there's a whole bunch of
They're-
them. I'm
they're
talking
the-
about looking at them,
Okay,
not being
they're
in
the
it.
least.
They're cool to look
they're
at.
the least interesting air transport.
They're like them
Oh.
Chinese shits that they hang on the wire. The little lantern things. Now look, it's a celebration.
Bigger versions of them are
We're still
cooler.
alive.
Smaller versions of them are cooler. Airplanes are cooler. Jets are cooler. Helicopters, gyrocopters. Everything else is better.
I wouldn't call an airplane cool. It's just there.
Yeah, but it's cooler than a hot air balloon. Hot air balloons are just like the minimum acceptable amount of air travel.
Did you guys see that Jackie Chan movie?
Which-
Yes.
With the hot air, Around the World?
No, I didn't.
Maybe.
Around the World in
What's it
80
fucking
days.
Yeah, they use a hot air balloon.
It's a Jules
man.
Verne
Yeah.
book, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good Jackie Chan
It's a
movie.
good book.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, Jackie Chan movies have they have a relatively high lower threshold for quality.
Practical effects.
Although there is Shanghai Nights.
Yeah, that movie was bad.
Yeah, it was.
That's probably his worst movie. At least the worst one I can think of. Shanghai Noon isn't much better. I know you love it, but I still think that movie's trash.
Dude, well, that's because you're wrong.
It's because Owen Wilson's in it.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
He's in some good stuff, but he's very rarely a good main character.
It's because childhood, dude. That movie came out in 2000.
That's like before times.
Yeah,
it is.
Don't even think I existed then. Like, I know that I did, but
like,
did I really?
Did I really exist then? I was like, is that thing me?
Those memories don't feel like mine. I can't remember thinking anything back then.
No.
I mean, you still don't think.
I mean, I feel that way about me
Nothing's
like
changed.
2 years ago. So.
Oh shit.
I mean, how long
You
does
were in
how long
college
does how many?
2 years
Yeah, I know.
ago.
How long does it take for all your cells to get replaced?
7 years.
So
Yeah. So no, you didn't exist back then. None of us did.
like I know some
Twice
like
over.
most of your brain cells don't really get replaced so much, but yeah. Most of you's gone.
Fucking
So
over. Yeah.
the vast majority of your mass.
You basically did a brain transplant, but slower and gay.
Is that guy actually doing his brain transplant? I know we talk about it every week.
A year.
Yeah, there's some news on
Yeah, I
it.
saw that.
I didn't actually read it. I just saw the
I hate
title
you.
and put it in. Thomas,
I didn't actually read it. I
That's-
just saw the title. He says, for the
look, man.
8 millionth time,
How is it
Dude, I
still
don't
a
have-
year away?
within 10 months, and he's already planning his next project. God damn it.
What?
Nothing. This is I'm already planning my next thing immediately after this.
This shit blows my mind, man. This kid's doing a head transplant.
No, actually, Corey.
That's
Actually,
fucking
Corey. They don't
crazy.
blow it. It just gets taken out and replaced.
I know, man. It's like they went to face off and then went another step and just say, put the head on.
Yeah,
it
but it
again.
hasn't happened yet, and it's not going to
Step
work.
back, really.
You don't know that, Ben.
Oh God, pop-up videos. Where the hell?
He says
Oh,
he's-
this is CNET. Ugh.
Yep.
He says he feels confident.
Yeah, but like, look at him.
He's got those little circly glasses.
He looks
that make
exactly
you
like Hugo Strange from Batman.
Oh, he does.
It's the same glass. Like, he doesn't have the chin beard, but
Where the fuck does all this shit happen?
Yeah,
It's like
you're
how
right.
Elon Musk looks like an evil fucking bastard.
yeah, Elon Musk is definitely a Bond villain in appearance and name. It's like
Absolutely.
It's like, look, if he manages not to turn out to be a supervillain, then like bravo, because he has all of the ingredients.
I guess you guys didn't watch that TED
No,
Talk.
it was an hour. I wasn't going to do that shit.
It was 40 minutes, you
That's
ass.
almost
40
an
minutes is
hour.
an hour.
Thomas, you don't have anything to do ever.
Exactly.
I-
You think
What?
I'm going to spend all this free time I have watching stupid bullshit about smart things? No.
And- anyways, man, he wants to build this underground
The
tunnel
Boring Company.
underneath the subway around LA to help with traffic problems.
Oh, I
And
thought you were.
he
I
thinks
thought you were
that-
talking about Hyperloop again.
No, not Hyperloop.
Well, I mean, he wants to tie it in with Hyperloop somehow.
Hyperloop is literally and figuratively a pipe dream.
Well, that's what he says is those are his hobbies.
Yeah.
These are his hobbies. Normal people just
Masturbate.
I don't know. So often that you'd call it a hobby.
Yeah, but he also plays Overwatch.
Does
Yeah.
he? I bet he's ass
That's why
at
I have
it.
that like 10 button mouse, so that way I can just have other hand.
He probably mains some Metra too, I bet.
Oh, you're talking about Elon.
Yeah. Well, that's what we've been talking about for 5 minutes, Thomas.
I haven't been paying attention, I guess.
Nah, he's gonna switch to Doomfist because that seems like he'd be him.
I just meant because he builds things and is autistic.
Okay.
Is he autistic? Why is he autistic?
He's not autistic. He's just sort of sociopathic.
Yeah. Anyways, they say
by the way,
this
he
head
is
tra-
absolutely like real world Reed Richards, though, because like every other universe, Reed Richards is evil, and like the main Marvel universe just got lucky and got the good one. I feel that way about Elon Musk. It's like
in every
there are
universe,
hundreds of
every
evil
universe, Elon is just fucking terrible.
Yeah,
We got the good one.
we got the good one. I mean, until he turns out not to be, but
Yeah.
until that happens.
You think this head transplant man was going for the Hugo Strange look? Like, that certainly has to happen, right? People are like, hey, I look like this guy.
Look, at some point
Might
he
as well just
decided
go
he
all
would
out.
have no hair and circled glasses.
I mean, maybe he
Yeah,
didn't
I don't think he
decide.
decided that he would have no hair and eyebrows.
Okay, when you're going bald at some point, like, you can decide whether or not to shave your head.
That's fair.
Do you see those people that wear the glasses but they don't have lenses in them?
Do I see those people? Yes, I know they exist, and I have
That's
seen
a
them.
fucking thing, man.
Yeah, for like high school kids.
Nah, I see it. I saw it in college a whole bunch.
Just
Well,
take
did
them
you
then.
stab them?
Just take their frames.
If you didn't stab them, you weren't performing your social duty as a citizen.
Nah, man, they didn't really speak English.
All the more reason.
What? Then they won't.
They were like
So
they were some kind of Chinese, man. I
It's
don't
even
know.
worse. Take them out.
that just means they won't be able to report the crime.
It's like I don't know. How do you speak so little English and you're taking all these classes where they only speak
Because
English?
it's all math.
Maybe they understand.
Maybe it was all. Maybe it was
Yeah.
all a con, Corey. Maybe it was just so that you would leave them alone and not talk to them about their fake glasses.
Goddamn, I should make up a language. That way nobody talks to me.
That's a shitload of work, dude.
I mean, is it if
All you have to
make
do
it
is
up?
shout. No one will talk to you, Thomas. Wear that Captain Planet mask. No
Like
one
people
will write.
literally
that'll
spend
work
decades
perfect.
of their lives making up languages, Thomas. It's
Thomas
it's
has
not
spent
it's not a
decades of
casual
his life
pursuit.
watching anime.
You're right. I forgot.
Well, I mean, you could do it badly.
You
You're
yes,
right. It
yes,
doesn't
you
have
could
to be
do.
good.
You can make like Klingon
could-
or Dothraki.
Yeah, you could fast track it and do it in a couple
Klingon and
weeks.
Dothraki are both already things, though.
That's my point. He said bad languages, bad fake languages. Those are my go-to examples.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, you can
But see-
speak them, but only in the context of the words used in the shows.
See, you gotta be fucking weird to try to make your own language, though.
Unless you're getting paid for it,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I tried to do it as a kid.
because
And,
no one would
didn't
talk
work
to you,
out well.
and you wanted to come up with a reason why.
Yeah, fuck you, guy. I had friends. They were all on my Xbox.
And they were just lists of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's all. His only friend was his fucking dark magician.
Corey, was there a card you
That
carried
monster
around all the
soldier.
time?
Is there?
I didn't
No,
carry
no.
anything
The
around after I
rephrase
got
that is
robbed.
there a card you carry around all the time.
Yeah, I keep a injection fairy lily in my wallet just in case someone wants to fucking duel.
Okay.
And you want to lose.
I'll fucking... Well, I got one card.
I'll just play it
It's
over
not
and over
bad.
again, even though it has literally no use by itself.
If you're gonna limit the amount of cards you have, why not just have all the pieces of Exodia and then you win every time?
No, I never carried around like cards for good luck or whatever.
I feel like I probably
people who
did in
did.
elementary school and don't remember.
I know that I definitely did, but I can't remember what, why, when, or anything other.
There's like a 75% chance
Besides,
I was carrying
at
around my
some point-
Charizard because
yeah,
Charizard.
at some point-
Yeah, I was
have-
gonna say you have a shadowless Charizard, which now is worth like $700 that you just kept wrinkled.
Oh,
up in
I
your
absolutely
jeans.
did. There's no like I absolutely
Yeah.
was carrying one around. I'm sure of it. Like I don't remember specifically doing it, but I had one, and that's the kind of thing I would have done
Yeah.
until something happened to it, and then I didn't have it anymore. And that was the end of
Fucking
fun.
people paying $700.
Mostly they're paying $300 to be fair, but they have sold
Well,
really high.
people also pay.
They also pay for
well,
that,
if
yeah,
you get it.
because people dumb.
Yeah, I guess you gotta have hobbies,
Speaking of
dude.
people
You don't.
buying dumb things. One of these
Oh
articles.
God, here we go.
Johnny Depp buys 15,000 cotton balls because he can.
I mean, how much volume is 15,000 cotton balls?
What do you even use cotton balls for?
What?
Put them in your mouth when you're
Like
bleeding,
you put like
right?
astringent or like a facial cleaner on them and use them to clean your face.
Or you use your hands.
But like that's
Oh.
not as good though. You will waste a whole bunch more of it. Like you get cotton ball, you pour some on there and rub it on your face, like so that you don't splash a whole bunch of like the expensive cleaning product into the garbage or the drain.
Oh yeah, that shit's expensive. Makeup shit's expensive.
Yeah, well, okay, sure. I was talking about like acne stuff, but whatever, that's fine. Makeup also.
Oh.
Although I don't know that you would use cotton balls with makeup. I don't use it and therefore don't know, but it could be done, I assume. Let's ask Thomas.
So I kind of read this article. It was something like they got mad at him
They.
Because he was just extravagantly purchasing shit. I don't
Who
know.
is they?
Financial
This
advisors.
was a while ago.
His financial advisors, who he's in a legal battle with now.
Of course.
But yeah, they were saying that he
Why?
just spends his money like a fucking idiot, and they've been trying to get him to stop.
How much would 15,000 cotton
15,000
balls? Like $50
Yeah, that can't be that much money. Like, maybe it's $100?
Oh, wait. He says 15,000 cotton balls a day.
What? Okay, that's an entirely.
That's what he says. He says,
different
if I want to
story.
buy 15,000 cotton balls a day, it's
thing.
my thing.
Yep, that's what he says.
Those things burn like crazy, though, so maybe he's just burning them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe
They're
he's
very
just got like a.
combustible.
Maybe he's just also buying 15,000 matches and just lighting them on fire, throwing them at a wall,
That's the way
Filling
to do
a
it,
room
man.
up with cotton balls seems like a fun thing to do.
and then lighting it on fire.
Well, yeah, then your entire house would burn down. There's no way to stop that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you do it in a warehouse.
Well, yeah.
Or the guest
do it-
house.
Yeah, that airplane hangar we all own.
Oh man.
Is Red Letter Media?
They don't have an airplane hangar. They've got like some production
warehouse,
house or
yeah.
something.
Dude, there were fucking abandoned production warehouses all over the fucking place.
All over the gaff.
You just you just go out into the country somewhere and then you just fucking burn down a barn or something.
Yeah, but
or-
like I know a guy that went to jail for doing exactly that.
Yeah, well, you just don't be there when it burns down.
See, that's why you gotta keep the fire going for a while, long enough to where it earns squatters' rights. And then at
What?
that point,
Thomas, fire can't own a prop. Fire can't have a prop. What?
why not, man? There was
It's
this one
fire!
monkey that this one monkey took a picture of itself, and they said the monkey could go into photograph. Why not fire?
That was like a joke thing.
It legally counted. Kept
Right,
the
but like you
photographer
can
from
kill and
being
eat
able
the
to sell
monkey, and
stuff.
all you have to do is pay a fine.
Yeah,
if I
and you
eat-
can light things, and I guess you could put out fires. I don't
So
know.
if a monkey took
There's
a
probably
picture
some
and I
fires
kill
you
and
could
eat the
put out
monkey,
and have
then
a
do I then now have rights to the photo?
No,
Since
that's
most
not
of the
how it
monkey
works.
is in me. I'm
That's
pretty
not
sure that's
how
how
it
it works. To get back to our band name, I'm pretty sure if you eat something, it becomes your property, and anything that
Oh,
it
man.
owns is also your property.
So what
That's
you're
how Genghis
saying
Khan
is,
got to be so wealthy.
I just have to eat Johnny Depp.
I don't know if I want to do that. Like, surely by now
I'll
he
have-
has some
Good
kind
luck,
of
man.
disease.
50...
He bought a $3 million cannon, which he fired his friend's ashes out of.
Yeah,
What?
So
Why
he
did
has
it
that,
cost $3
too.
million?
it was specially made.
Because
That's all the details.
So,
we have.
like you can make a cannon with a piece of bamboo. I don't understand.
why would he? He's Johnny Depp, man.
I saw it on the Mythbusters.
Yeah.
He's fucking. This shit's overflowing with money. He's got to do
Also,
something with it.
Mulan.
Thomas doesn't even have money, and he wastes his money on
I
stupid
know.
shit.
It's crazy.
That's entirely true.
Imagine if he had millions of
If Thomas
dollars.
had fuck off
This-
money, yeah.
Things would be terrible.
I think my
that would-
life would basically be the exact same, but I would work even less.
No, I think you'd be buying some stupid shit.
I'd be buying web addresses just all the time and making
Yeah.
memes on them.
That's true. If you got money, just buy all the web addresses and then sell them to people.
Kid bought a punching bag.
Years ago.
He said, "Oh shit, I can't hang this anywhere. I just leave it here."
I just have it on the ground. I use it as a pillow.
I didn't use it as a pillow.
I mean, I have.
Why did you use my punching
I have.
bag as a
I have
pillow?
two.
Yeah.
I have two, man.
Absolutely.
Because you don't have
You
any
don't have,
pillows.
like, your
in that
place is
bitch.
awful and you have to sit on the floor, so I put it up against the wall.
Okay.
It makes an adequate, like, stopgap between yourself and, like, the bottom of the bed frame.
Speaking of which, you got a new
Yeah, I
bed.
did. Thing's fucking huge. It's
Is
the
it-
biggest bed I've ever slept
it-
on.
What is it? What size? Is it?
Queen?
He's gonna say twin. You have a queen bed in that place?
I think. I don't know bed sizes.
Well,
It's probably a full
it's
then.
probably a full then, if you don't know them.
Unless it's a queen. Queen is a pretty big bed.
It's like shit, is that 5 or 6 feet wide?
Well, it's
wanna say
definitely
if
if
it's
it's
6
definitely
feet.
a full then.
Wait, 6 feet wide? That's got to be more than a full. I think a full is probably
A queen is 60 inches by 80 inches, and that seems about right.
How does it feel to, I don't know, be a human?
Fucking fantastic. I can like roll over in my bed now without running out of space and just having to roll in place.
God, dude.
It's good.
I don't know how you sacrificed a bed in your room in the previous apartment and just slept on the ground for
on a
months.
little futon mattress thing that I could fold up.
And then subsequently he said, I can't just sleep on the floor like that. And I can't just sleep on pillows. And I was like, Thomas, you did that for a year.
Oh, man. God, dude. A nice sleep at night is really important.
It's kind of the only thing. Everything else is trash.
Unless you don't have to go anywhere.
Nah, man, you can go for like 6 months without sleep.
Saw it on Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Remember when you were trying to do a
Jamie
72-hour
Hyneman
stream?
Thomas fell asleep in 24 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Man, nobody was watching the fucking stream, so I was like,
Wait a second, a
point?
California
Yeah.
king is smaller than a king? I always thought it was bigger.
No, it's California King's
California
bigger.
manlets.
California king is smaller.
Are you sure about
Yeah, I'm
that?
looking. I'm doing.
Are you sure it's not? You're not comparing it to like a UK
I'm
king?
literally
No.
looking.
Yeah, I'm looking
It's
at the
less
dimensions.
wide, but it's longer.
Yeah, but like Thomas, I've done the math. The California king is 32 square inches smaller.
Oh shit, he's right.
Yeah, but 32 square inches is basically nothing.
Right, but it is smaller.
Twin beds are cancer.
Yeah, no, I like they're literally not long enough for me anymore. Like I'm 2 inches longer than a twin mattress now. Which is why I have a full, but like it's queen length bed.
Oh, I see.
Because full is also the same length, and I had to get it longer. Because short beds. Every time I go to Europe, all the beds are like 6 inches too short.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Beds that are too short, especially if they have like a bed frame on them where it like comes up at the end.
Yeah, footboard.
Oh, that's the worst.
No, they're awful.
That's fucking awful.
I hate footboards in general. Like,
Yeah, the one I have just has like a frame that goes underneath the mattress, and that's it. It's fucking great.
Well, congratulations, Thomas.
You've improved your life a little bit.
Thing is, man, you could buy like a Tempur-Pedic bed on Amazon. It's not Tempur-Pedic; it's a different knockoff brand for like $150.
Yeah.
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 Bed frames are overrated anyway. I've never understood why the mattress being on the ground was a problem.
Now you can put things underneath your bed.
Because Ben,
you can hide all that trash. That
Corey,
you own.
you're gonna say women something, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
I was absolutely.
I know.
Going to say women. If a girl walks into your room and your bed is on the ground, she's fucking. Leaving.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But for everyone, that isn't a consideration.
It's true.
Unless you're like going for the hippie aesthetic or something, anyway.
It's more like
she's still leaving.
Yeah,
the room.
absolutely. It's like, oh, this guy is basically a homeless person that's managed to sneak into a building.
Yeah, like my apartment's nice, but then you go into the other room and it's just a fucking bed on the ground.
At least it's not. It's not literally a pile of sand or something.
I mean, yeah, but what I'm saying is, there's people who like live in vans.
I should do that as a joke.
So just that same group of people.
You're right, Tom. You're right, Thomas. There are factors that will offset that deficit that you create for yourself.
They know that.
Right.
Yeah.
The people who live in the van, the women know what they're walking into.
Which is
yeah,
like 50% rape murder situation.
If you've got that hippie aesthetic going, where it seems like, this seems like the kind of guy who wouldn't own a bed frame.
Thomas,
but that only works if you're not in a house. If you're in a house, you kind of expected to have a bed frame.
Some people aren't.
I get it because this is his last name.
That's not the joke I was making, but thanks for doxing me.
I'm pretty much only talking about
normal people.
Consideration of women. Like, I don't have a problem with the bed being on the floor. I think I prefer it not, but honestly, I don't care. But like, you're not gonna bring a girl over to your house if the bed's just on the fucking ground.
And I think it is important at this point to concede that yes, there are outliers to any given scenario, but I think we're speaking just generally.
Yeah, some women are fucking nasty too.
But yeah, California king, smaller than a king, but I guess the dimensions are better, so whatever.
Well, there you go. There's our mattress talk.
Yep.
Welcome. Thank you. Speaking
Technology news.
Speaking of having poor,
My parents have had the same.
same what
That was it.
have had the same.
You say they have the same mattress for like 20 years. Cheap bastards.
What were you saying, Ben?
I was gonna say, speaking of having poor living conditions, Rocky.
Oh man. Yeah, those were definitely some poor living conditions.
The movie of the.
I mean,
the,
he wasn't ever home.
the movie
though.
of
Also,
the week
speaking of
was-
mattresses, he had like a tied up mattress on the wall that he just used as a punching bag in his house.
And he brought a girl in there.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, it's just temporary.
Yeah, but like she
Oh,
wasn't
man.
all there.
I mean-
she had some problems. They disappear in
She
the
got
subsequent
better
movies.
once she got away from her abusive brother, though.
That's true. She was like trying to get. That's like an escapee. It's like, I'll take any situation. I gotta get out of here.
And
But
you
yeah,
know
we
what?
watched
They
all of
ended
the
up
Rocky
owning
movies
a robot, so whatever.
for like
Thomas,
a
did you
month.
watch all of them?
I didn't watch Creed. I watched everything else. I didn't get
Okay.
around to Creed.
Jesus Christ, man. That was like the good movie.
Yeah, like,
They were
Creed's
all
like the second or
pretty
third
good.
best.
I don't think any
Yeah.
of them were bad.
Then you didn't watch 5.
I did watch 5.
Come
It
on,
was
Thomas.
Stupid. You're
5
right.
is
Actually,
so
no.
stupid.
I've just blended 5 and 6 together in my mind because 5 didn't have a plot.
Yeah, 5. The main problem,
man.
like the easiest way to talk about 5 is to say that it doesn't need to exist for any reason. It doesn't add anything to any. It's like a completely
Yeah.
pointless movie.
It sets up. Oh, we've
I don't even
lost
remember what it was
5
about.
in Rocky 5. They lost all their money. All right, due
Because
to
the
signing
accountant
power
stole it.
over. Yeah, they signed a power
Oh,
of
that's
attorney
right.
over attorney, not eternity. What the fuck? They signed a power of attorney over to the accountant, and he just fucking tried to flip a property, like a condo or some bullshit, before the market dried up,
Lost it all.
and lost all the money.
Oh,
And,
shit.
you know-
That's hilarious.
You can't.
Because Rocky has to be the underdog.
Yeah,
Rocky has to be the underdog in a movie, so they have to find a way for that to be true. And the way
mean,
they
he doesn't
found was he's the underdog in every movie, man. Like he's never not the
that's
underdog.
true.
That's like his
Hold
whole
on.
shtick.
let me keep thinking. It was a toss-up
Yeah,
in
he fights
Rocky
that-
2.
Huh?
It was a toss-up in Rocky 2.
Who did
when
he fight?
fought Apollo
It was
Creed
Apollo?
again, yeah.
Dude, Apollo was.
Dude,
come on,
people
man.
were saying, can he win? Maybe he can. Maybe he won't.
Right,
Smart
but there were
money's
5
on
to there's
Creed,
Thomas,
but
there's
maybe.
literally 5-1 odds stated in the movie that he would
Yeah,
lose.
but like initially, in like the fucking Rocky 1, it was like 100-1.
it was 20-1.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, whatever.
So
Oh,
yes,
shit.
Either way.
it's 4 times better. So yeah.
Yeah. Either way, he's significantly less of an underdog in Rocky 2.
But plus, he has so much less experience too.
Regardless,
Compared to
he's still an
Apollo?
underdog in both
Yeah.
of them. But we should
Yeah,
we
he's-
should talk
he's
about
the
the
underdog.
movies. I guess we want to talk about them thematically, or you actually want to talk about each one of them.
I feel like we should talk about them thematically because each one of them kind of doesn't exist in my brain right now.
I
'Cause
get
they're
that.
all just one
In a lot
thing.
of honestly, in a lot of ways, Rocky 1 and 2, because they're already not that long, they're basically one movie.
Yeah, and honestly, it kind of works
Like,
because it's a very cohesive plot between the two of them. It works pretty good.
Like, yeah, they're absolutely individual movies, but I feel like if those movies were made today, Rocky 1 and 2 would be one movie.
I could see it. I'll wait for the gritty 2021 reboot of the.
I get
Rocky
that
series.
they've
Dude,
subsequently
they-
remade Rocky
hope
1
they don't.
twice. They remade it twice basically, and both times it was just Rocky 1. But you could absolutely like an equivalent story today would be told like the plot of Rocky 1 and 2 combined.
Yeah.
What I really love about these movies is they don't need to ever be remade.
No,
Yeah.
but the fact
The
that
movies
they
don't
did
There's no
though,
CG.
like they did though, they remade them twice.
Well, yeah, they're probably gonna fucking do it. I didn't know
they
that
did Rocky
remade
Balboa
them.
is a remake, and Creed is also a remake. Like they're not Rocky the movie remade, but they're the same exact story.
I would say Creed is.
They're both sequels, though.
Yeah, okay.
Creed is not. I wouldn't say it's a remake. It's just kind of.
A
It's a
continuation.
thematic remake.
It's the spiritual successor. Is
Yeah,
what would brand it
absolutely.
as.
Yeah, that's what people. Yeah, it's spiritual successor. But
Okay.
of the movie, like, okay, just quickly, what's your top 3 Rocky movies individually?
For me,
Not necessarily in an order. because I feel like that puts a little bit too much.
Well, I
pressure
mean, I
on
would
it. But
definitely
you can
put,
do that if you
I
want.
would definitely put Rocky 1 as number 1.
Yeah, I think that's almost a given.
And number 2 probably is number 2. And I'd say the one where he fights Drogo is number 3. Or Drago. Just because that one
I'm gonna do
is like, it's just bizarre. It's surreal compared to the others.
you remember that one? Like I remember that one really distinctly.
Yeah, no, that one's fucking.
I can put that one apart.
It felt like it was made by committee, but also extremely genuine in everything that it was.
I got a lot to say about Rocky 4.
Go on,
but I'll say it in a minute. I don't want to put them in any particular order, but I would probably say 1, 2, and Creed.
Okay, I haven't seen.
Maybe 1 Rocky Balboa and Creed. I'm not sure. I don't want to put 1 and Rocky Balboa though. I like Rocky Balboa a lot though.
I'm going 1, 4, and
Balboa
Creed.
was pretty good.
All right.
I enjoyed that, except for the fact that it made no fucking sense how he would ever be able to survive that fight.
No, it doesn't make any sense that he
like
would survive, but he also looks insane in that movie.
Yeah, he does.
He's jacked as
It's
fuck.
like that's like the best he looks in any of the movies, despite the fact he's
Absolutely.
like 50 something, or maybe 60 even.
It's pretty intense.
Whatever. What Dixon was it? Mason?
Yeah, it's Mason Dixon, I think.
That dude looks like some fucking random streetwalker. He doesn't look like a fighter. He just looks like some random ass dude they pulled off the street. He's not in good shape at all.
Well, I mean, that was partially on
Rocky-
purpose. They wanted him to look a little bit out of shape because he didn't train very hard.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
And also, it would give a
that's
better
still pretty
context
ass.
for Rocky.
That's still really average. And then Rocky comes in and he's goddamn fucking heavyweight monster.
Yeah.
Overhead pressing 315. God damn. It's a lot of
I mean,
weight.
the guy in Creed kind of looks like he looks out of shape too to me.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, I sort of like Rocky 3 too, also. Because that's the one with Mr. T, right?
Yeah.
Just because of the way it like flips the whole themes of the movie, of the previous movie.
Absolutely, yeah, it
like,
does.
Previously, Rocky was the one who was fucking training, chasing around chickens and bullshit like that. Although he does do that later in the movie when he gets back to his roots. But in this one, he's like, I've got this big old fucking place that I'm renting out, for like my own ring and shit. And I'll sign autographs while I do this. Here, take a picture with me while I'm fucking training.
It's honest. It's hard to say.
Apollo in the first movie, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to pick 3. I just kind of want to pick all of them except 5. You know.
Yeah,
5
if you
one where he like got into a fucking street fight with the kid that he was training because he punched.
Yeah.
Lenny.
Like okay,
it's the bankruptcy.
Yeah.
If you ignore 1 and 5, everything else is more or less on the same level.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Because 5 is obviously not any good because it just doesn't exist for any reason.
Yeah, and 1 is top.
And like there's not even really a fight. It's a street fight at the end. It's completely pointless and stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything about 5 is stupid. But no, okay. So the thing I wanted to say about 4, which is, I kind of hate 4 because
4 is Drogo.
Yeah. Rocky 4,
Rocky,
the
Rocky
story in
Menace.
Rocky. Right, the story in Rocky 4 should be the best story in any of the movies. It should be. Because it has the best story elements, but everything about the way they tell it makes it kind of stupid and awful, in my opinion. Like, I think the story in 4 is, like, the best of the Rocky movie stories in a lot of ways, because it's sort of the culmination of all the plots in a lot of ways. But at the same time, it ends up being, like, cheesy, like, late Cold War propaganda piece. This is kind of thinly veiled American nationalism that feels just heavy-handed as hell. But at the same time, I love the story. So I really feel like 4 could be made and could be like the best one in the series.
Yeah,
and that kind of makes me a little bit mad at it.
That's when the fucking giant robot shows up.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's got this
fucking weird, man.
Exactly, it's got this great story, but at the same time, it's look, Adrian, I bought a robot. He'll be Polly's girlfriend.
Shit.
Oh, fucking terrible.
Okay. Yeah, no. What the fuck was that about? Did they just
I don't
assume
think-
in the
Weird,
80s
man.
that rich people have space age technology and they're keeping it?
It doesn't
from the
make any
rest of us?
sense. It's not in the movie for any reason at all.
None.
to
There's a
be
joke
fair,
later, and that's it.
He was just. It was just a moving fucking.
Well, yeah, because they had to actually make the thing.
Yeah, but like it still existed, and they put it in the movie.
It's implied that it can do things.
It's implied that it's like has some kind of like programmed intelligence.
Hey man,
Like,
you can
it's-
either buy
it-
cotton balls or you can buy robots.
I suppose those are the two options. Yeah.
Those are the only two options.
I know, but I
Mutually
end up not hating 4 partially because Creed came out and Creed doesn't exist if 4 doesn't exist. But also, like I hate the way that Apollo Creed gets killed. Like because I've seen the movie before, obviously, and going in
It
as
was
like
kind of cheesy.
the first like 40
It was
or so
cheap.
minutes, I just feel I have this like awful like dread because I'm like, oh god, we got to watch Apollo get killed, and it just sucks. And after that happens, I was like, you know what, this movie could be really, really good. It could be great, but it has its problems. And then there's one good thing that comes out of 5, and that's that he doesn't have any money anymore, which sets up 6 and Creed. Like those don't make much sense if he lives in a mansion in California.
Yeah.
So you
I
get
don't know.
that.
I do
you
like
get that
how
out
it
of
ties
5.
into the premise in 6 of Rocky just owns a restaurant now. Which
Yeah.
is, like, yeah, that's totally a thing that a former, like, high
Boxer
level,
would- yeah,
high,
yeah.
high celebrity athlete would do.
Dude, his restaurant would be dope as fuck,
Seriously.
man. He'd just be serving you, and you'd have all that shit on the wall. He'd be telling you stories. Like, that'd be dope, man. I'd love that place.
And also the fact that later on he has an apprentice that actually goes on to be successful and stuff is a little bit more validating because 5 was so bad.
Yeah.
It says, who's the criminal?
Yeah.
That's what Paulie says.
So everything works out.
Yeah.
Overall, over the series, I tried to
I'm a
watch.
really big
I tried
fan
to
of
watch.
that.
Yeah, I tried to watch one with the commentary, but I couldn't get it to match up for some reason. I
Oh.
kept getting out of sync, and it pissed me off.
It worked fine on my copy. I don't know. But yeah, no, the commentary for the one with Stallone was really good.
Is it just
Yeah, it was just Stallone.
Yeah, I think it is. And I listened to most of it, and you're like, wait a second, this man is an actual filmmaker.
Yeah, no, he's fucking clever as shit. And it kind of shows because
Which
fucking
is-
best
which
picture
is
on
its-
$100 budget, basically.
Yeah. Well, it was $1 million, man.
That's basically nothing. They
The
filmed it
budget
in
for
a
Rocky
month.
1, like I know Rocky 1 is lauded as like this super cheap movie that turned out great and stuff. But I was like, but like it was still $1 million in the 70s. It's not like
Yeah.
they made it for $5 or something. But yeah, no, absolutely. Rocky series on the average is, I would say, good. I wouldn't say really good. I wouldn't say pretty good. Pretty good's less. Really good is better. But on the whole, it's good. There are great movies. There are pretty good movies. There are that one movie's terrible. I don't care about 3, to be honest. Like 3 is fine.
3 with Mr. T.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the Hulk
As
Hogan
a standalone, yeah, the Hulk Hogan fight was crazy.
Yeah.
As
that
a
was fun.
standalone, 3 doesn't really show up, but like thematically with the other ones, it provides a good contrast.
But at the same time,
So-
3 feels like it's a necessary movie to me.
Yeah, I see it.
Like it
get you.
doesn't feel like additional. Like 5 is completely pointless and doesn't need to exist. But 3 is a movie that's sort of like, yeah, we need one in between these other movies. Like Rocky has to be a champ for a while, and this is when Rocky was the champ.
Yeah.
We need the not underdog story.
Yeah,
But
'Cause
he's
he
still
is-
the
he
underdog
isn't
because
really.
all of his fights were set up.
yeah. And Polly dies, so it's not a completely
Yeah.
like emotion free movie. It has weight to it.
And what's it?
Man, when Polly comes back in 5 and like a whole bunch of scenes that they filmed exclusively for it, and Burgess Meredith looks much older, I'm like, this looks awful. Like it's so obvious that he's significantly older, and it feels forced as hell. Because he's like, I love you, Rocky. You're my best student. Everything you do is great. I'm like, this isn't at all how Polly talked at any point. I keep saying Polly. I mean to say Mickey.
Is he Mickey?
I meant to
was
say
wondering
Mickey
about
the
that.
whole time.
I was thinking.
Yeah, I kept saying Polly
when
on
did Polly
accident.
die? Holy shit!
He died between 5
When-
and 6.
When then I
guess.
missed the Polly Jesus arc. Oh man, I was gonna say.
Get
I don't know.
local
I
meat
liked
factories
I liked
forever.
3 for the character development that Rocky had,
Sure. Yeah.
because
After
the
after
whole
Rocky
fucking,
1 and 2,
just the absolute
the
destruction of his confidence
yeah.
because Mickey telling him all of his fights were set up.
Yeah.
That scene on the beach where he's fucking bearing that shit to Adrian. Yeah.
3 does have
It was
like
good character development.
what we now can like what is now a massive joke scene of Apollo and Rocky training
Wait, how's that a joke scene?
because of like the heavy like homophilic overtone that people ascribe to it now looking back at it.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
The same way that people look at
Top Gun.
Top Gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
knew
fun.
it immediately.
Yeah. The problem really where like 3, 4, and 5 have, I guess, one of their core problems is that all the secondary characters don't have anything to do and they just feel kind of pointless.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like in 5, they try and bring his kid into it, and I'm like, okay, you have to do something with the kid. You introduce
They
like
did do something with the kid. The kid
exactly.
was a whole
That's
arc.
my point. Yeah, that's my point. 5, they had to do something with the kid, and it's like, I guess you had to do something eventually, but that's also partially why 5 sucks, is because I didn't care.
Yeah.
Adrian doesn't do anything after like Rocky 1, honestly, and Polly doesn't do anything again after Rocky 2, really. So when they're dead in 6, you're like, okay, good. We can move on.
Shit.
As a whole, like all the ups and downs, other than 5, like 5 isn't really worth your time watching, but you can watch every other one, and like they have a cohesive plot across the entire series, including
It's
Creed.
actually really good. I thought the
And also,
quality would
the
dip
punch-
a lot
man.
more over the series than it did. So I'm happy about that.
It has that association where, oh man, Rocky's great, and then there's all those sequels, but it's like, no, they're all pretty good
Yeah, no, it's
except
not like-
5.
yeah.
The one thing that really stands out watching the earlier ones and then proceeding through is like, man, they had no idea what a punch sounds like,
Yeah.
especially
I didn't care about that.
especially in Rocky 1.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
noticed that a
boy,
lot in
what
Rocky
the hell
1.
is that sound?
In Rocky 1, the fight choreography, it didn't look like anything was landing the entire time.
Well, to be fair, in
because it
Rocky
wasn't.
1, the fight is almost not even relevant to the story. It's like the fight is happening, but that's a necessary set piece. Because in Rocky 1, it just doesn't matter at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, he has to fight because it's like the fight is something that he goes through rather than something he's really feels like he's participating in.
I guess,
Especially
but
the way the music-
it still looked bad because it was just
Yeah.
fucking hitting air, and you just hear like a piece of ham hitting the floor.
Yeah, that's a fundamental problem of things in the past just being worse than they are in the
Yeah.
future because we didn't know how to do them right.
Everything else about the movie holds up phenomenally to this day, but
Oh, yeah.
that is just
Yeah.
that was hard to watch.
And that's, I think, all we have to say about Rocky, probably.
Yeah, no, that was a good discussion. I felt probably the best discussion we've ever had for a movie of the week.
Do we want to segue into Guardians? Because
Oh yeah, we did all watch Guardians because it did have the Stallone.
Do you wanna
guy
do-
in, Yeah,
We could talk about Guardians now, or we could talk about it next week. Your pick.
I'll forget about everything by next week.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I
next
already
week.
forgot it.
Next week, I certainly am going to, but I assume you're invited to go see it with like Jamal and them.
Well, when is that?
I don't think there's a set day yet.
Well,
You know how
Fucking-
they
It's next
Maybe?
week.
Just let me
It's
know
this
sometime
upcoming
next-
weekend.
all right, fine,
Yeah,
that'll work.
Okay, so let's postpone the discussion anyway.
Okay.
Sorry, Corey, but you'll
But yeah,
remember
it does
it's fine.
have Sylvester Stallone in it, so that's
Yeah,
our,
that's
that's
that'll
how
be-
we'll,
probably-
that's
I'll
also
probably watch
that's
it.
why it's movie of the week for next week.
yeah movie of the
I'll
week
probably
next
watch
week.
it again between.
I'm
then.
absolutely. I'll see it at least once before then.
Yeah.
Go see it. Go see it, everybody. It's worth your equivalent amount of money, whatever it is that you pay for movie tickets.
And we got to do our thing where we do everything Red Letter Media does for movies, but a month behind.
That's true.
Yeah, can't break that cycle.
Look, they used to be slower, but now they're putting them out the same weekend that stuff comes out,
Yeah, no, it's fucking
Which is-
it's fucking
which is-
crazy.
which is good
It's
for them
good.
because like that's what they need
Yeah.
to be doing.
Yeah, and I'm happy because I like getting that content, like as a consumer.
Yeah, absolutely. I've enjoyed the
Nah,
content, but as a review, like they were often like way too late to be functional as a review.
Yeah.
Like as entertainment, yeah, great, but not super useful
I always watch
for
their shit.
for a review of a movie to come out like 2 weeks after it's been out, which is the way it was for a lot of the time.
Yeah, they're consistent quality.
What, Corey?
You're saying they're always...
I was just gonna say I'm always behind on their shit, anyways. Like
Yeah,
a month plus.
I often
I watch their shit in giant chunks. Like I'll watch like 2 of their like hour-long things, and then I won't watch anything for another like week and a half.
Ah, yes, those giant 2-hour chunks. That's something that we all occasionally do, and not all the time every day.
Jesus.
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah.
Do you care about snakes?
I don't particularly care for snakes.
I don't know anybody that I would say is afraid of snakes, but apparently 3 dozen of them were set loose in a Walmart parking lot.
Yep, upwards of 36 snakes. Somebody.
I'd be afraid if they can like actually hurt you. They're the venomous ones.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm trying to differentiate is like the fear, like an irrational fear of snakes that a lot of people seem to have. I don't even remember what that one is. Like, there's a word for it, I assume.
It's because like snakes usually just kind of pop up. It's not like a bear where you just like, oh, there's a bear over there. Snakes it's just there all of a sudden.
I have been scared by snakes. I don't think I've scared of snakes.
Right. But yeah, that's
the thing. Like, good. I'll be sitting in my sandbox and digging a hole, and then a snake will pop up, and I'll just freak the fuck out.
This was 3 weeks ago, everyone.
And they post about it on Instagram.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason I shared this article about dozens of snakes dumped in Arkansas Walmart parking lot was just for this one line here. After we got one of our officers, who was apparently some sort of snake whisperer, we learned today that they are non-venomous garden snakes. Said one of the detectives.
That just looks like a pile of intestines on the ground.
Okay, it's just a...
One of their officers...
That's a giant pile of snakes.
Yeah, it's just a fucking pile of snakes. Somebody had a bucket
of snakes. For some reason, I
thought... dumped a bucket of snakes out.
Yeah, they probably weren't even...
40 snakes.
Why would you... For some reason, I thought it was exactly 36.
Man. No, it wasn't. It was 40. It was nearly 40.
Sometimes you got to get rid of the snakes in your yard, and you happen to be at a Walmart.
This almost doesn't feel malicious.
Yeah,
like it probably is, but like at the same time, like just dumping a bucket of snakes on the ground, because this has to have been a bucket. Like the pile they're in.
Yeah, they're in just like a mound.
It could be a bag.
This is literally just a pile of snakes.
It could have been a bag, Corey. But
it could have been a bag.
To handle a bag of snakes over a bucket of snakes? Because it just feels easier to toss a snake into a bucket. Like you have to put a snake in a bag. You don't have to. But you don't have to put a snake in a bucket. You just toss it at the bucket. Yeah,
especially if it's a large enough bucket. Yeah.
I mean, but it's a Walmart parking lot. They're homeless people. They're those fucking big.
Maybe that's why they dumped the snakes.
Trucks.
They wanted to get rid of the homeless people out of the Walmart parking lot. Maybe this was done by the Walmart.
Dude, homeless people don't give a fuck. They can't even see.
About snakes, they probably do.
I mean, these are Arkansas. Thomas, these are Arkansas homeless people.
Oh shit.
We're not talking about big city homeless people. We're talking
there
about
aren't any Arkansas homeless people in a Walmart parking lot. They're in the fucking mountains. They're hiding.
I honestly, Arkansas is probably a state I know almost nothing about.
Yeah, you were about to call me out for not being mountain. Yeah,
I considered it, but I was like, there's gotta be some mountains, right?
They're like one of very few states with a lower minimum wage than North Carolina, but they're worse in every way.
Yeah, so, I think Bill Clinton was the governor of Arkansas.
Yes, he was. They do not like him there.
Did we go through Arkansas?
No, I don't think
not
so.
Once. I think we actively avoided it. Not really. It just
all the people that I've met that are like either from Arkansas or like their families
don't
from
exist
Arkansas
because I haven't met any.
They're terrible.
Okay.
Really?
I just don't enjoy being around them.
I mean, yeah, I've got the same thing about a bunch of people from Connecticut, but that's just because they're all related to each other and they're all terrible.
Are the racist part?
Yeah, the racist part of my family. One of them actually recently got picked up in Missoula County in Washington for threatening my what would I even call her? Ex-stepmom on my dad. The woman that my dad had married and has divorced. He got her My cousin got arrested for threatening her with a hammer. Yeah,
That's not bad.
he threatened her with a hammer to get him to drive her to get her to drive him to a gas station.
Oh, that sounds like a bad relationship.
Take me to the gas station, or I'll hit you with a hammer.
Yeah, no,
Is a thought and sentence that someone said.
Yeah.
Hey man, maybe he just got a whole thing of hammers.
Nah, he's got fucking mental problems. He's got a brain full of hammers.
Has had hammers hit his brain.
Yeah.
Arkansas doesn't even feel like a real place. I can't describe anything
it feels
to
like
it.
It feels like a mean place. Yeah.
It's just
like what's it called?
Thing. I'm sure that a lot of people feel that about a bunch of different states, but for some reason, to me, Arkansas is that state that just doesn't need to exist and doesn't serve any purpose. But sorry,
That's where
Arkansas.
all the mountain people are.
You got
Eat
Little
a
Rock,
dick,
right? That's your
Arkansas.
capital.
Yeah,
I have
true.
no idea how many people live there or anything. So
6.
Wait a minute, I think no, I haven't been there.
All 6 of them.
also, I feel like it's one of those places. I don't know. Never mind. I give up.
One of those places.
Yeah, it's
How did we get
definitely
on
it's
Arkansas?
definitely
because that's where the
because the
Walmart
snakes.
scores.
Because that's where the snakes.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
it's the 33rd
Seems
most
fine to
populous. Yeah, they aren't venomous. So as soon as you find out they're not venomous, I'm like, yeah, who cares?
Yeah, this isn't a problem.
The guy had a bucket of snakes he had to get rid of.
This
I
is
mean,
just
all you
walk
gotta
around
do
with a
is just-
shovel and start whacking. Now that's what.
That's
you're
what
doing
I'm
now.
saying. No, you just you're next to a Walmart, man. There's fucking 1,000 shovels. Just have an employee come out, throw them in one of them carts, and then toss it in the river.
Yeah. Just whack it, toss it, and then dump it.
Yeah, dude.
It's basically what the
Like,
guy
I don't
who
even-
brought him
I don't
there
even
did,
know what
except
side
without
of-
beating them.
I don't even know what side of the war Arkansas was on. I assume it was a slave state, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Feels like it would be.
Yeah. Whatever. Who cares?
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like it'd be a slave state, but it just feels like it would be.
I mean,
Okay.
it's Arkansas. So
Yeah.
they didn't even bother to come up with their own name. What
Yeah, take
what's
that, Arkansas.
name of
What
the
the fuck are
state?
you gonna do about it,
Kansas,
nerd?
Arkansas. Done.
Fantastic.
Moving
If you
on.
say
Next
Arkansas,
one.
they're just gonna fucking shit all over you.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
this-
know, but they probably get mad about it.
I like this video. All right. Or this.
let's move on.
Here. There is this Ohio man, a 39-year-old Lamar Reed, who went into court to enter a plea on a minor traffic violation, and he had
Traffic as in
a
cars?
bag of cocaine in his baseball cap for some reason at the time, which he
for
unknowingly
some reason.
dropped into the courthouse. And they discovered that an hour later and went back and checked the footage and found out that he dropped it there. So this man had just the fucking idiocy to just wear a hat full of coke to a courthouse.
He probably didn't know.
How do you not know
How do you-
something's in your fucking
How do you
hat?
not know?
Because he always has cocaine in his hat.
He doesn't even think about it. It's like, oh,
It's just that bulge in his hat
Hold on,
that
does
he
this guy
always just got used to.
Let me see if this guy even has hair.
and
This
we
guy's
wait
bald.
to find out about the hair verdict.
Yeah, he's bald and
He
he's
knew
just-
he had coke in his hat. He's just stupid.
Yeah.
You just say retard.
Oh no, he's like he actually took his hat off during the fucking thing too. And his hat was like open and on display. Anyone could have looked in there and been like, "What's that white
imagine
bag?"
the face,
And you just see it fucking
the-
drop
the
down right in
facial-
front of him.
Imagine the facial expression he sees. He's like, "Oh shit."
Maybe he was trying to go to jail.
Maybe it was an elaborate plan. But goddamn.
He's like, I can't believe nobody
I
saw
don't
me
know,
drop that
man.
coke.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of a predicament because nobody sees you drop it. You don't want to pick it up because then you draw attention to it.
You can't pick it up and then drop it again.
No. You're not gonna draw attention to yourself if you pick something.
No,
up
he
off
was
the
like
ground.
talking at the
Unless
time,
you're fucking.
and nobody noticed the thing dropped.
Dude, I walk around with bags of white powder all the time.
Okay, Corey. Well, my point is, he was like talking, and he couldn't just like sneakily just fucking grab it. He just had to get
You just
away
say-
as fast as possible after his hearing was done.
Nah, that was a mistake, man. He fucked up. Just say it's fucking pre-workout.
Yeah, That's what it is.
Pre-workout is that color,
Well, they
man.
found the white powdery substance in there in the courthouse. He just showed up. Nah, it's pre-workout powder. Don't worry about it.
Hey, that'd be a fun prank, no?
No,
You know that thing that everybody knows
that's a
about.
go to
and
jail
has.
prank, Corey.
Would you go to jail for
Yes,
it?
it would absolutely
How?
arrest
Coke?
you under
It's pre-
suspension of
it's
possession
pre-
for cocaine.
No, if it was pre-workout,
Yeah, but
would you still
Corey,
go to jail?
jail and prison aren't the same thing, Corey.
But they would just look at it.
So, like,
They
they would
just taste it.
arrest you, take you to jail, and then let you go later when they figured it out because like they have to run tests and
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah, no, they would. Corey, they would first things first.
But
they'd
because
be
believe
like,
it or not, standard
You know
police
what? No.
procedure isn't stick your finger in it and check.
Otherwise,
That's what the
a lot of
TV
people are
has.
dead from anthrax right now.
Yep, pure
Maybe
coke.
less.
Just as I suspected, you're going to jail.
And I'm going to
I
enjoy
know.
this delicious, delicious cocaine.
That's the way to do it, man.
I'm sure we've discussed it
What's-
before,
oh, this is Ohio.
but like, what? I assume it can't taste good. It's got to taste terrible.
I mean, I don't know, man.
What is it made out of again? Some kind of bean?
No, it's like from
Or-
the poppy plant. They take the seed, I guess. I have no idea. I think it's ground up poppy.
Well, that makes it sound terrible.
That probably tastes just like fucking plain. It probably doesn't.
Right, but like,
I
if
guess-
it's like, if
I
it's
guess it does if people like taste it. Be like, oh yeah, that's cocaine.
like okay, this is my go-to. Like people put baking soda in it and people don't notice. So,
Yeah.
like I understand eating it isn't standard practice, but still, like if you wanted to check the authenticity and an amount of baking soda cover isn't like obvious immediately, then it can't taste great.
Make those dank cocaine brownies.
Why do you talk?
Or you have a whole bunch in your kitchen and you're like, I'm gonna put some sugar on this, and it just turns out to be cocaine, and you're like, oops, that happened again.
And you
Why
know
does
what? It
this
tastes
keep
like ass.
happening?
That's a problem normal people have. They accidentally put cocaine instead of sugar on their shit.
Basically. Oh, man.
And then they take them to the children's
I mean,
bake sales, and they're the most popular
Who
cookies.
needs?
Oh, speaking of
Who
children,
needs?
fucking,
Please,
there's going to be there's an
No,
upcoming
Thomas,
MMA
no, not
fight,
that.
all right, where a 12-year-old woman will be fighting a 24-year-old woman.
okay. I don't think we like.
I don't-
How?
I
There's
don't know.
some jacked fucking 12-year-olds, bro.
It's an upcoming fight in Japan between a 12-year-old girl and a 24-year-old woman. The
Oh, it's
preteen
in Japan?
amateur-
I
Yeah.
I no longer
Wait
am
a minute.
surprised.
The 12-year-old is 200 pounds.
The 12-year-old
And
is
the other one is
86 pounds,
600
you
pounds?
cunt. What are you reading? You're
Oh,
you're
all I
reading
saw was 200
another
pounds.
thing about like another fight. That was the intro sentence. And you just
Oh,
couldn't be bothered to like even look at a single other word. It says
Yeah.
200-pound Keith Hackney. Keith, Corey. And Emmanuel.
Thomas.
Emmanuel. Those are both men's
Maybe
names. And it says
This
in
could be women's
1994 at the end.
they could be women's names
What
in
is the-
Japan.
What are these kids' names? Oh, here we go.
Momoko Yamazaki is the preteen amateur who's in 7th
Everyone's
grade and
fucking
weighs
name.
86 pounds.
Everyone's last name is Yamasaki in Japan.
Well, I mean, I can't believe somebody's parents would allow this, but whatever.
Maybe she can do it. Maybe that's why
Yeah.
they're allowing it.
I can't find out what she looks like.
Did you try?
You type it in on Google Images, and the first like 5 are completely different people. Maybe it's the second one. That's probably...
Sure, why not? I
don't know,
who
man. The
cares?
problem with this
I
is
can't
like
make myself care
it
about
doesn't-
this.
It doesn't even matter if the 12-year-old is better skilled. The 24-year-old's just gonna just destroy her.
Maybe. We don't know how.
Get
Like
them.
I don't know anything about the 24-year-old woman. It doesn't say anything about her in this.
It's
It's
like
completely unnoteworthy.
if
It says
I-
professional fighter right here, Thomas. So, that alone. She has won professional fights previously. So,
like the weight difference. Is there how much? What's
it
the other
it
one
doesn't
weigh?
say.
Well, I would imagine more than 86 pounds. Probably a lot more. Maybe
Wait,
like,
okay, so the opponent is Momoko Yamasaki. The 24-year-old is Momoko Yamasaki.
Yes.
But like an
Okay.
86-pound person, you could just throw across the. What are they gonna do?
Seriously,
They're
yeah.
just physically not strong enough to do any damage to you.
Like there's just not enough mass.
Yeah.
Let's see, height 4'11".
She could be literally the most skilled MMA fighter, and she's still gonna get her ass handed to her.
Yeah, don't you remember when Jet Li fought Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, dude. He was about to get his shit pushed in.
What movie is
And then
this?
Sylvester Stallone came by and saved him.
Expendables.
Okay then, yeah. It took me up
Expendables,
until
also a
Sylvester
series
Stallone.
that's better than it should be. The second
Yeah.
one's trash,
No.
but the first one is pretty good, and the third one's okay.
Third one is fun, man.
Yeah,
I hate the way Sylvester Stallone looks, though. I wish they would fix that.
yeah.
shit.
I mean, yeah. You know, he had a stroke like forever ago, and they never bothered to reconnect
I
his
don't know,
nerve
man.
endings
Just
because that
throw
technology
some
doesn't exist.
CGI on it or something.
Just
it
throw
doesn't
some
tell me-
goop on the CGI machine.
It doesn't tell me the weight of the 24-year-old woman, but it's listed. Her weight class is listed as atom weight, whatever the fuck that is.
That sounds like the
Let's find
smallest
out what
one.
that is.
Yeah, I don't know. They could just go even further and be like electron weight as the next one. Quark
I'm
weight.
super over this conversation though. Like we've moved on. We're talking about Expendables.
Imagine
now.
if
106
Imagine
to
if it was a two-
115 pounds.
I mean, even if it's like the lowest, even if she only has 20 pounds, still like the other kid's just not
The other
developed
kid's
and
got,
just gonna
like-
get pooped on.
Only 10 pounds less than her.
They got them spongy
I mean,
bones
but
though.
still,
It's true.
but it's still a puberty difference.
And the 12-year-old is a lot uglier, so she'll probably win.
And no one
Or
will
maybe
ever
she's
care.
used to getting her face
Yeah.
punched in.
Well, I mean, did you look at her face, Corey?
Is it the one where she's holding her hands up?
Yes.
This is awful. I'm
It looks
over
like
this.
her face is like super wide. Yeah.
What does it mean
She
that
looks
this
like
is
she
a
could use
pizza
some punch in the
topic?
face. Oh, that's nothing. Don't worry about it. I thought it was something, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I hate you, Corey.
I put it in there and then I read it and I forgot to.
You're the
delete
worst.
it.
But- Remember when Thomas's brother was in South Korea?
It's
You
true,
guys
he
want to
did
talk
that
about the
for a while.
spacebound
God damn
robots?
it. Yeah.
Sure. Man, what was
Russia
up with that? What was up with that ship that came back from space after being up there 2 years and they didn't say what it was doing?
What?
What are you talking
Hold on,
about?
what?
Do you guys not know about that? Yeah, there's an unmanned spacecraft or something that just returned like yesterday or the day before and landed in Florida and had been in some mission for 2 years.
They don't gotta tell you what they're
Here we
doing.
go. Yeah, I found an article. Mysterious
Maybe it
military
was watching you
spacecraft lands in
masturbate. Who
Florida,
knows?
causing sonic boom. Okay. Orbiting Earth since
But
May
this-
2015 has landed in Florida.
Space ship.
29
And-
foot long, caused a sonic boom. Heard as far away as Tampa and Fort Myers. Officials said that the spacecraft was an experimental test program to demonstrate technologies for a reliable, reusable, unmanned space test platform. God damn it. For the U.S. Air Force.
They need to stop working on that and hurry up with these fucking driverless cars.
It's kind of the same thing when you think about it.
Yeah, one is gonna... or if they develop one better,
another-
it'll lead to the other being better.
Like it's got to be easier to have a space autonomous vehicle. It's easier to develop like a car than it is a spaceship.
I don't know. Spaceships don't have
I
traffic.
understand it's how it's parallel. They're paralleling it, but they should still just focus.
Spaceships
on
don't have red lights, dude.
Yeah, but Thomas, it's like
They don't have to take
it's a known fact that automating an aircraft is a lot more complicated than automating a plane, than automating a car. So
Yeah, but
presumably
it's
that
only-
extends
It's only difficult for like
to spacecraft.
two specific moments at the very beginning and end, and the rest of it's easy.
Yeah. So same thing.
I think the car
already did it
averages
with
out as being harder.
Okay, fine, but like space has a whole bunch more elements, man. Lack
It
of
has
gravity
less.
in that.
It has less. There's
But there's
no
no-
cars.
yeah. I'm just saying, man.
Maybe-
I feel like it's way more complicated.
I don't know.
For,
you don't
you
have
know-
to,
The
you don't have to
aliens.
dodge things in space that often, man.
Yeah, that's the thing.
think
We
this
started
is
to talk.
the
We
aliens?
completely no, it's not aliens. But we completely went over the fact that like this is just a thing that happened.
Yeah,
It's aliens.
it wasn't an alien.
I feel like it was more noteworthy than it was given credit for in the news. Because like
Maybe.
I'd never even heard of that.
What, space?
Maybe. Yeah.
We all know about space, Corey, don't we?
Oh god.
The entire
Back to
podcast is references.
Back to the original
basically.
topic.
That's what happens when you have 30 episodes, man.
Russia is building
What the fuck
a
are we gonna-
humanoid robot spelled Fedor.
Why do we keep making humanoid robots? It's a waste of time. Put them on tank treads.
I don't know. They built one. It's the final experimental demonstration object research. And they just put "final" in the name to make it terrifying. And it's being trained to shoot guns from both of its hands.
Why would they be doing
And
this?
it's not shooting guns
That
with
sounds...
both of its hands. It's shooting guns from its hands. It's launching
Well, yeah,
guns
Thomas,
out
it'd
of
be
its hands.
One of them is much easier than the other. It's a lot easier to just make the hands out of guns.
It's a lot easier to make the hands launch guns.
No,
Making
it's
them
much
use
easier
them-
to have gun hands than it is to have hands that shoot guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From a robotic standpoint.
Although, just making the handguns thing, that's just lazy.
And they're giving it artificial intelligence, they said.
I mean, you have to.
I don't know why they need to do this for space.
What does this have to do with space, Corey? No one said space.
Man, if something's attacking the hull of the ship, you're not going to
It
have a
said
guy in a
in-
suit going out there fumbling around. You
It
need
says
the
it's
robot.
going in a solo space mission in 2021.
Oh, no.
Wait, why?
That's
what?
what I'm asking you. Why do you need to have a robot trained to shoot gun, or a gun robot to go to space?
To manage experiments that are happening in the space.
What does that even
They're
mean?
going to be doing things in zero grav, and the experiments need to be managed and monitored and stuff.
What
I
experiment?
don't know, stuff, man.
Why do you need guns?
That's the case of the aliens.
So
So that
the
way
robot
when it lands
literally
in the
can't-
fucking in like the Russian wilderness, it can defend the fallen spacecraft from bears.
It doesn't. It doesn't
'Cause the
have.
bears
it
will
doesn't
try
have
and steal
hands
our
or anything.
technology.
It just has guns.
It,
So the only thing it can do is shoot guns. So if it has to open a door
no,
or
it says
something,
it's
it'll
got
just
hands
fucking.
and it can operate keys and a variety of tools.
Okay, so this is a robot that somebody made to do stuff in space, and then somebody also made it shoot a gun.
Yeah. basically.
Okay. That's not necessarily the same thing. I understand that, yes, a robot that is capable of shooting guns can shoot guns, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Does Fedora stand for something?
Yes,
Fedora
I said it at the very beginning.
Oh, final.
it's also not
Jesus.
Fedora,
Final
Corey.
experience.
It's Fedor.
I said. That's what I said.
I heard Fedora.
I didn't say Fedora.
Final experimental demonstration object research.
Although you could just put A at the end of it and have it stand for Android.
I don't know. This thing looks like a bitch. We could kill it easy.
Well, all robots are easy to kill, Corey. You just shoot them once. Every robot we have now is a piece of trash.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Even
Except for that one
even
with
the
Spike
like
from
even
Robot Wars.
Yeah, that thing is fucked.
Can't do nothing to that
They
thing.
mass produce those things. Your toes are
Yeah.
gone.
Just fucking stick that thing on a Roomba and everyone's dead.
all you do is
Yeah,
stand on a
dude.
table.
That's how
you
the
stand on a table. Problem
Billions
solved.
dead.
Yeah, until it starts
Ben, I
chipping
don't have
away
any
at the table
tables.
legs, Ben. Then what are you gonna
Corey,
do?
your lack of tables
You-
is your problem, not mine.
You got 30 seconds, Ben, before that thing takes the table out.
No,
And
you
you're gonna
don't,
run
because
out of
like
tables
this
before
desk
it
I'm
runs out
at
of
is
hammer.
huge. There's so many
Did you say
things
this
in my
desk
house.
I met?
I'm at. There's so many things in my house that you can climb on that would be impossible to chop away at.
I don't know, man. These things are crazy.
Get on a
That's the
bed.
other day.
There's so many things. What is a robot
Well,
gonna
now
do
they
to a
have.
bed?
It's
They
gonna
got
fucking chip
rockets.
away at its legs until it's back on the
It's
floor.
gonna-
What if the
gonna
what
light
if
it
the
on
bed doesn't have
fire.
legs, Thomas?
Well, then it'll chip away at the bed until it's gone.
And then you have a whole bunch of
just gonna
cotton balls and it'll
destroy
light it on fire and your house
I'm
will
much
burn
more
down.
worried about a robot with a flamethrower than I am about that thing.
That's fine, but you can just get behind some cinder blocks, man.
Fire is a much more effective anti-human weapon than buzzsaw coming at you. Like, I'll just leave.
You can leave the fire.
Dude, fire. Oh, are you kidding me with
Fire
that?
goes really far, Thomas. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
but you
know
can still
this, but you
leave.
can shoot a flamethrower like 30 feet easy.
Yeah, you can shoot a buzzsaw 30
Yeah,
feet,
but
too.
it's slower.
What?
It's slower though. You can get out of the fire.
Corey, okay,
Corey's just
if a
thinking about
robot
the
starts
fire
shooting
spreading.
fire at you and is chasing you. It's much easier to get away from a robot that's just chasing you than a robot that's chasing you and also shooting fire.
It's exactly as
I know,
difficult.
but I'm saying,
just like
I'm saying in comparison
You're right, Thomas.
with the buzzsaw.
Thomas, you're right. It is exactly as difficult, but it's also got much further range.
Yeah, you just need more of a head start, I guess.
You need more of a head start.
But see-
it would be exactly as
but see-
difficult. You're right.
You could take a couple flame shots, maybe one.
You take a
Yeah,
couple.
honestly,
But the buzz-
yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to get like a thick jacket and just run directly at that thing and get on top of it.
Dude, the buzzsaw, you're
Yeah.
ruined.
Corey,
if that thing
I'll have
starts
you
shooting
know-
the buzzsaws like in Gears, you're dead.
I'll have you know, Corey, that I've learned that buzzsaws only really send you to the Shadow Realm.
But yeah, Ben, if something's coming at you with a flamethrower, get like a leather jacket, all right, and just rush it, all right.
That's the
And
thing
then you get on
that-
top
Why
of
would I?
thing,
Like, I'll just
and you got
go
its
away.
fucking nozzle in your neck, and you're wrestling it like a gator. You stick your thumb up its asshole, and you've won.
There's no there's
Stick
no
its
asshole on a
thumb.
robot, Thomas.
Yes,
You're
there
gonna
is.
oil
How do you
check
think
the-
they charge it?
That doesn't impact it though.
That's a good point.
Like it doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Like
It
yeah,
was
you
just a
you've put your
fucking-
finger in a hole in a robot. Good job.
It was a
No,
Mission
it
accomplished.
has the
was a
sub
reference.
It has the subroutine. The subroutine built in.
That's where the power
It's
button
from the
is.
old sex robot. It's from the old sex robot algorithm programming.
Okay,
that they forgot to
I'll
take
give
out.
you. Okay, look. If I'm within 5
That's
feet
how
of
we
the
beat him. You just violate him sexually.
If
That's
I'm
how you beat
within
the robots
5
in the
feet
future.
of a robot, okay, I'll take flamethrower over buzzsaw. But if I'm 20 feet away, I'll take the buzzsaw over the flamethrower. How about that?
I don't want anything to do with the buzzsaw.
I'm just saying, if I'm further away, I don't want to deal with a flamethrower. If I'm up close,
It's like getting stabbed by one of those serrated
That's fine.
blades.
I can accept that.
yeah. Because
All
you
right.
know,
Anyway,
you get
I think
behind
I'd
the
do better
robot
with fire.
in any circumstance, and you're like, okay, what now, robot? And it starts spinning in circles. Now you
oh
get a
yeah,
spinning
if it's
buzzsaw,
spinning in circles
flamethrower
with
But
robot.
see-
fire, that's terrible.
But see, but maybe it would be like stuck and it can't go down, so it'd just be like a horizontal plane, and you just get under it and like I don't know, kick its legs.
If I've
out.
learned anything from Robot Wars, it's that the ultimate robot just flips things over.
all the robots should just have an off switch.
They do.
We should just make sure we do. that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just
And that
a
off-
very
that off
easily
switch-
accessible one. A multiple ones. Put like 6
We
of
just
them on
actively build everything with big glowing eyes that you have to shoot to turn them off.
there. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all you
Life
just
imitates art, and art imitates life. That's how it
I'm
works.
pretty sure if you just ban red LEDs, and all your problems are solved. Because a
Oh.
robot can't go evil if it doesn't have any red LEDs.
That makes sense.
That's
That's
like a science fact.
What if the robots invent a red LED though?
Well, I mean, we already have red
Then
LEDs.
we'll
They're
tell
not
them to
inventing
not
it; they're
do
just
that.
copying us.
Well, I mean,
If they don't have red
convergent
LEDs, Thomas, they won't do
ideation,
things we
man.
don't tell them to do.
That's fine.
We'll just say, "Don't invent red LEDs," and the robots be like, "Okay, I guess I can't now, as I don't
But see,
have
but,
them."
But if they have the red LEDs, then we'll know if they're evil. But if they have blue, they'll trick us.
Yeah, it was just like an iRobot.
Corey, a robot can't go evil
Yeah.
if it doesn't have red LEDs. It's just a thing that can't
Oh,
happen.
okay.
Yeah, it's just like an
Okay,
iRobot.
gotcha. Okay. So
Did you
anyways,
not
we're
see
sending this thing to
Avengers
space.
2?
No,
Or
no one did.
iRobot?
That movie's terrible.
It made like $2 billion, Corey.
Made like $1 million.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
It's also not terrible.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a joke. It's not. It was good.
I'm looking at these pictures on the side here, and it's just awful. Why am I on this website? What is this? Oh, independent. Yeah, that's fine. Still though, stop giving guns to robots, Russia.
Seems like a bad idea.
Man, Russia can do whatever they want.
I mean, I know they wanted to. Like, ultimately, you know, autonomous weapon systems are more or less inevitable, unfortunately.
It's good that all the crazy countries are all stupid. You know, like their technology's garbage. Like, look at this fucking robot. It looks stupid.
Looks better than anything you've
I
The
That's
one
the-
from the one from Rocky looks better than this
The
garbage
one from
thing.
Rocky does not look better
You know,
than that.
you know
I'll have
why?
you
Because
know.
the one on
You're
Rocky
right,
had
it
tank
doesn't.
treads.
That's true.
Oh yeah, it did. Wow.
The Russians didn't even learn from their Drogo man.
Polly insisted that it have tank treads.
No,
Did he?
didn't
Yeah.
know that he was getting one until he did. It was a surprise gift.
I don't know where I was going with that. I thought I could figure it out on the way, but I did not.
In the dumpster.
I was like, there's a joke in here somewhere, but no. probably likes being
No, I feel like
run over.
it's probably a good idea. It's probably a fine idea that you teach it to shoot guns, just in case.
Just in case it has to fight some bears when it lands. The standard Russian.
It
I don't
has
know,
to
man.
protect the spacecraft from being stolen by the bears because they're trying to take our technology.
Shit is
That's
probably
true.
expensive, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't want any
You
of
wouldn't
them
want a
fucking
bear to
mountain
poop
people.
on your fucking spacecraft.
I get it that like Russia
Because
has
then
a
it's
problem
just
with
useless.
bears when they land, but like that feels like a problem for the humans.
Yeah.
I feel like giving the robot a gun is just introducing another thing for the bears to break. Like if that robot wasn't there, like what are the bears going to be doing? Eating a spaceship?
Yeah, dude.
Spaceship's got to have something in it, Ben.
Doesn't it have like a parachute and shit? And maybe it cracks and opens up.
I'm just saying
And
a
the
bear would
bears
lose
get guns,
interest.
and then
A
we're
bear
in-
would lose interest in a spaceship relatively quickly, I think. Just
In
because
fact,
And
it
then
probably
we're in that
would have
video
guns.
game
It would
you
probably
made in
just
high
run
school.
away immediately.
yeah, it wouldn't have any smells.
Ben, that's
it
how
would
you-
like.
That's how Bear Wars starts, or whatever the fucking game you made is.
Bear Wars starts with
found
literally like you just start in Bear Wars. There's no initial
Yeah.
anything. The plot
See,
doesn't come
they
until
find-
the second one.
They find a downed spaceship and it's full of guns for some reason.
And I never finished the third one, so you don't find out anything with that.
It's just full of guns and a bunch of robots who murder.
Also,
each
the
other.
bear doesn't have guns; it shoots fireballs.
And the bears reprogrammed the robots, so now it's bears and robots versus the humans.
I mean, we're
about
still
right.
gonna win. It's a numbers game.
Yeah, we got those giant ass robots.
There's 7 billion
from
humans.
China.
There's like 100 robots, and there's like 100,000 bears. It's not even a contest.
There's way more than 100,000 bears.
Okay, how many bears do you think there are?
At least 1 million.
All right, look it up. I'm gonna
Fuck.
Google it.
Okay,
I'm gonna
well,
Google it
how
right
many
now.
bears are
How many bears are there?
How many bears exist? That's what I'll type. See, there are 8 bear species.
I don't know. Bears
Shit, I'm
bears are
already
pretty
not
big
doing
to-
great.
bears are pretty big to have 1 million of them.
North American black bear to start out with. Fuck, I guess we're gonna have to add these things up, huh? Gonna have to do math today.
What did you think? You were just gonna get a convenient. This is how many bears there are.
Yes,
This
I
is a
was
standard
hoping
question
for
that
that.
everyone wants to know.
I was hoping that would be something that Google would give me immediately.
Well, there are 200,000 brown bears.
Ah. Okay.
That's a lot.
So 200,000 brown and black bears 3,366.
There's this National Geographic article that says black bears are rebounding. What does that mean for people?
As we've got over this conversation, nothing good.
Okay, so there's 800,000 black bears
Wow.
All right, there's your million bears.
in North
Alright,
America.
Yeah. Well, suck a dick then, Ben.
That's a lot of fucking
Yeah,
bears.
see? Odds aren't so good now, are they?
They're still fine.
Yeah, how many people do you know that are willing to go
It's
into a
still
war against bears, then?
7,000 to 1.
Yeah, Ben.
But see, bears aren't going to travel outside of the forest. Humans are going to
Corey,
go in,
they absolutely,
and we're going to have
Corey,
a whole
they
Vietnam
absolutely
thing.
live outside of the forest. The highest
Well,
concentration
not-
of bears in the world of black bears is in North Carolina in the swamp.
Yeah, well, the people got to go into the swamps, and you know what happens when people go into swamps.
They have a bad time and
fucking-
then they
Either way,
leave.
the point he's making, Ben, is that they're going into
They
bear
slaughter some bears
territory.
and get out.
What?
The point he's making, Ben, is that the people will be going into bear territory. And it's not going to be 7,000 to 1. It's going to be whatever portion of 7,000 wants to go into a war against fucking bears to 1.
Haven't you seen Home Alone?
What?
The bears are going to be creating like traps with like toys.
Yeah.
Toy
Remember
toys.
when Thomas got killed by a bear?
No.
It was like episode 32 or something.
Okay, this
No one knows.
is fucking terrible. This webpage I'm on, it's like the 8 bear species of the world, and number 6 is the panda bear. Fuck these guys. Pandas
What do you
aren't
want?
bears.
Thomas, they put a lot of work on that.
Pandas have always been bears, Thomas.
They're not
Everyone's always been
bears.
wrong. They are absolutely a bear. They've always been
It's
a
a
bear.
raccoon.
They have the
No.
word
no.
bear in their name.
Thomas, a raccoon is also not a bear. They're not even similar.
What?
Pandas have been bears the entire time. They have never not been bears. People were always just wrong. It's just another one of those Columbus situations where everyone's taught the wrong thing for no reason. They've always been bears.
According to this article, hold on, it said science used to believe that giant panda was a member of the raccoon family.
Science used to
I know,
believe.
and then science proved itself wrong, and that they're not related at all.
What?
So yeah, it was actual science for a while then, Ben, and then it just turned out to be wrong.
That's true of almost
It's not people
Everything
being
is actual
it's not
science
people being
until
taught
it's
the wrong
wrong.
thing. It's people being taught the wrong thing that was the right thing.
Yeah, but they were still taught the wrong thing for an extended period of time after the right thing was discovered.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm
Hey
okay
man,
with that.
sometimes you don't get a new textbook.
Basically,
until
everything.
30
It's
years
turned
later.
out that every single thing you're taught in elementary school was wrong.
Yeah, planets,
what was the
pandas,
point? What-
everything else that starts with a P.
Yeah, all the like 50% of the science and like 85% of the history is just wrong.
Yeah.
Even
only
some of
thing
the
I
grammar is
remember-
wrong, and you're like, why?
The only thing I remember about
Oh,
elementary school
planets,
is
pandas,
fucking
prepositions. I
IBM
found the third one.
What?
Good shit.
Conjunction,
Okay,
junction, what the
sure.
fuck?
Prepositions.
Corey was going to say something, but I'm not sure if we care.
I was
enough
just
to
gonna
ask
say
it.
the only thing I remember about elementary school is the IBM computers. I thought those things were fucking
Okay,
cool.
that's nice.
I didn't even hear what
What
he
a
said.
IBM
Something about computers.
Yeah, he made a
Yeah.
fucking segue into just straight garbage.
It's the only
Think
thing he knows
before
to
you
do.
speak, you cuck.
That's not what the idea of the podcast is, Thomas.
Well, that's the idea that you should have, at least. Just you, in particular.
Oh,
But working
you guys
from
want to talk about
Thomas's,
Overwatch?
but Corey, swearing increases strength.
It's true.
It does.
That's all you
Oh,
need to
man.
know.
That's the whole fucking
Yeah,
article
that's
right
about
there.
it. You just curse and it helps you exert more strength, which
Swearing while you
Makes kinda
exercise
sense.
could make you stronger, says a study.
Says
we
a
we
study.
firmly believe here at Food and K Industries that you just have to scream at the
In
muscles.
2
to
experiments,
get them to
researchers
grow.
found that uttering profanities increased physical performance by up to 8%, apparently by
Look.
making them more tolerant of the pain.
Look, if it works for plants, why wouldn't it work for you?
It doesn't work for plants more than anything else does, though.
I need Thomas to start working out at the gym and just start screaming.
Thomas, it isn't that the word specifically. Thomas,
Just at
it
a
isn't
gym
words,
on the fucking bench press, just yelling the N-word with each push.
Thomas, it has nothing to do with the specific words. It's just the shouting.
Yeah, I know.
So the same thing for plants, man. So that makes sense in sort of a backwards way. Shouting at plants makes them
I don't
grow
know, man.
better.
Whenever I hear people grunting or talking at the gym, man, it's just weird.
Yeah,
It's
just be
not-
as quiet as possible. People don't want to remember that you're there.
Well, apparently they
I
tested
understand
this
heavy
against a
breathing,
new-
but just sitting there like,
Looking at the study,
you
they
know, like
tested
that,
it
like-
against a neutral word, so I don't know if it's so much just the making sounds bit.
How could it not be, though?
because profanity has that weight to it that
Okay,
most people.
that just means
It's
that
sort
you're
of a
saying it
de-stressor.
differently. That just all comes down to
It's
the,
a mental
the way
thing,
that you
yeah.
say the word. The specific sound itself doesn't make any difference. It can't. How
Yeah,
could
no,
it?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a mental thing, is what I'm saying.
Okay. I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah,
Corey
no,
wanted
it's
to
not.
talk
It's
about
not
Overwatch.
fucking magic where the word is affecting reality. It's
Although,
sure?
if it
It
was,
might
that
be.
would be the best.
that would be the coolest thing. If it turns out,
Turns
that
out if you just
humanity
Turns out
stumbles-
magic's real,
you can
everybody.
bench
humanity
50%
stumbles across
more.
magic by shouting the F-bomb. Oh, that'd be great. It's just like my memes.
That's
But Thomas, how would they report it?
What do you mean how?
I don't know.
They would just
I was
shout
doing
it
some
and
kind of
grow even
censorship
stronger, and then shout it even louder. It'd
What
be
did you
a
have to say
feedback
about
loop.
Overwatch, Corey?
I
Talking
don't know,
about the PTR
new,
changes.
patch
Oh, the
stuff
PTR
came
changes?
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Genji and
Maybe a
Hanzo
new-
both got buffed.
yeah. They don't have like a cooldown from going off of wall climb anymore.
Soldier got nerfed. That's no
They
good.
He
brought
got
down his
nerfed
damage very
exactly
slightly.
5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still a nerf.
Yeah,
So he's gonna get less play.
he won't. Because there isn't, reducing his damage by 5% doesn't automatically make somebody that much more viable.
Yeah,
He
there's
was
not
already the
a
most
soldier,
viable because
but,
of...
there's not a fucking...
Yeah. He was already the most
exact
viable because of
thing.
his versatility. Yes, he puts
Yeah.
out great damage, but he also can heal himself and run away very quickly.
Yeah.
Much better than like the most obvious like other person you would say is Reaper, because Soldier is currently a tank buster. And Reaper still has mobility problems because his teleport is terrible. And the buff that they gave him was something that people were already doing anyway. Now he reloads when he goes into Shadow Step. That'll save like 5 or 6 frames.
I mean, it's it's still a
The
buff.
real thing from the
it is.
PTR is that Hanzo's bow can stay drawn during a wall climb.
Yeah, no, the
And
real
he has
buff,
that
the real
reduced
news is
cooldown.
Orisa got massively nerfed and Hanzo got a great buff.
Oh wait, what happened to Orisa? I missed
Okay, Orisa, they are sticking with this the design changes that they've been going with so far is that they don't like Orisa the way people are using her. They want her to be like not a DPS character and more of a build around me character. So they've reduced her damage significantly, right? Like 18% or something.
Oh.
I forget what it is exactly. They reduced her damage a lot, and they lowered her cooldown on her shield.
I'm okay with that,
Your
actually.
shield was fucking.
I like the shield is good.
Oh, so her shield shows up more.
Yeah.
I didn't hear Corey. What did he say?
Okay. Her shield recharges faster. is what you
Yeah,
said.
her shield recharges faster. They dropped the cooldown, I think,
Ah.
2 seconds.
I'd say that's
Isn't her
I'd say
shield-
that's a buff because her shield is more what she's based around than her gun.
Her shield
See?
is fucking annoying because no one ever shoots it, and then it goes down, and then she just puts another one up.
Yeah,
above
her
it.
damage is reduced 15%, and her cooldown on shield is actually reduced 12 seconds to 8 seconds.
Yeah, no, that's I'm gonna count that as a buff because nobody really gave a shit about Orisa's gun. Her gun was never good. It was okay at best.
It was like in the PTR when she was coming out.
When
Yeah,
when
but it
she
was-
first came out, the gun was significantly more powerful and had like a 300 round magazine, and now it's down to 150.
The 150 magazine still feels fucking huge too.
The 150 magazine still
it
feels
doesn't.
huge. 300 was ridiculous. 200 I felt like was the sweet spot. 150 feels a little bit small, especially now that they've reduced her damage again.
I don't know. Well, the 150 was live when Uprising was going, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that gun, that clip felt like a perfectly fine size at 150. It lasted
Yeah,
a
but
while.
now it does 15% less damage,
Yeah, that's fine.
which
I hate
is
what they did
which
on
is the
Hanzo.
equivalent of losing like 30 rounds again.
But either way, fucking Hanzo though, he can just fucking.
I hate
Hanzo-
what they did. He
He can
shoots
just
faster.
he can just draw, climb up a wall, see you, and then you die. It'll be fucking jump scare Hanzo all over.
he's gonna get so much play now.
because no
Yeah.
high ground will be safe, Corey. He'll just come at you from directly below, and then you're dead.
That's just annoying, man. He was fine the way he is.
Yeah, but
He
like
just
his
wasn't
pick rate
getting
was
picked
his pick rate
because-
in competitive was really bad. And from the designer's perspective, that's really all they're looking at is the pick rate. They look at it and they say
I mean,
nobody's playing Hanzo, so
I think I'm okay with that. I like that they're trying to do this 'cause so
yeah.
you know, like, teams are different. I don't want to see a team that always has a soldier and a Pharah. You know, I don't want to see standard teams. It's cool to have different setups.
That's what people are.
Three-tank
The
meta
first
was the worst
reaction.
for it.
Yeah, the first reaction that I saw was people are saying, okay, Pharmacy is going to be much bigger now. Because they saw 5% less damage on Soldier, Pharmacy is much more viable. Also, because Reinhardt's Earth Shatter is less likely to hit Pharah now.
Yeah, they took
Yeah.
it climbs walls.
Yeah,
less
it
or
climbs
something.
walls less, and it only affects the 2 meters above the ground instead of 3.
That's good. I'm glad.
So-
because sometimes it just seems
Yeah.
silly.
It did. There were some silly ones. It always has been that way. Really, I think the number one thing that they overlooked in this is Reaper still needs more. Reaper needs more than they gave him because he's not
think
being
so?
he's not being used at all.
I don't.
In
I
comp,
see
can
him.
see that. Yeah.
I see
Like,
him
because-
quite a
I don't
bit.
know.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's not showing up at all in comp, dude.
Well, didn't he show up like early in the game, like constantly?
Yeah,
Wasn't he,
no.
like, a constant.
Yeah, he was constant,
He
but
was-
he's had constant decrease until the
What happened?
Beyblades.
Why?
Yeah.
Because
he was,
soldiers
he was in
got
the
better and
Beyblade
better.
meta. He was in the
The
Beyblade,
Beyblade
and then
meta,
they
once-
nerfed the,
once that
speed
one went
boost on
away,
the Ana.
He just
the nano
disappeared
boost, yeah.
basically.
He was in tank meta, right?
Not really. Soldier replaced him.
The three tank.
No,
Oh,
No,
yeah.
he's
I can see
constantly been
Soldier-
outperformed. Because you look at okay, Soldier is better at busting tanks from farther away. Roadhog is better at busting them close up. So Reaper just doesn't have a place to be in that. If he was good at flanking, then you would have something. But his teleport is still just completely useless. So, like his teleport is
need to
completely
rework
useless.
that one.
Because it makes so much noise.
I haven't liked it.
And just goes,
Yeah. It takes so long
repositioning.
and makes so much noise. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a
big fan
problem.
of it.
That's really all they need to work on, I would say, is just make the teleport better. But, other than that,
Just make it quiet.
yeah.
No, they should make it quiet. That'd be a little OP.
It just needs
remove
to be
the
faster,
voice
I
then.
think.
Make
If it was
faster,
just
remove the
faster.
voice.
Yeah.
You can still have the
Because he still has the sound effects and the crows or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but making him completely silent, that'd be OP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would.
He would constantly getting Reaper ulted behind you.
Yeah,
Constantly.
but we
And
don't
Soldier,
need
they're
the-
just like, we want Soldier to do less damage, which I get.
We don't need the fucking voice line for it though. At that point.
Yeah.
And that's
They're
basically
gonna-
like Genji is a little bit different, but
I'm excited.
You know.
I'm excited to see what they're gonna do for their year thing.
Yeah.
It's a big
The
deal.
new-
because
Year
okay,
anniversary is
so
pretty
there
big
have
deal.
been a bunch of leaks of varying
Yeah, they
levels of
updated the
credibility.
playlists.
There was somebody that was talking
Some
about
guy
three different
posted something
heroes.
about Doomfist.
No, there've been a couple. Doomfist is like people have known Doomfist is coming out forever, but now they're
Well,
talking
no,
about the
did you
other
see?
two.
Did you see that the new post they said he's like he's like a mini Reinhardt charge.
Yeah,
And his ult is going into the sky and coming down and instantly killing one person.
yeah.
or
His ult
something.
is a one hit KO,
Yeah.
which seems. I don't know. I don't know how it'll work.
Like
I don't know.
a 100% accuracy OCO?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I
then what's
assume
the
you can
fucking
miss
point?
with anything.
But what's the fucking point then?
I don't know.
Because
Like,
everybody
it's all
has
been
that.
like that's been leaked several times, so that one's probably pretty true.
That's
in
one of
one
his
way or another.
abilities. He has some mini Reinhardt
that's-
charge.
yeah,
and then
that's-
something
yeah.
because he's going to be a melee character.
He sounds
That's fine.
like Reinhardt is the tank from Left 4 Dead, and now Doomfist sounds like the Charger.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, they've already, it's easy to believe if they're going to like kind of mold abilities together. Like maybe they have Reinhardt and someone else. Like maybe.
I mean, his name
Tracer
is
or something.
Doomfist. It makes perfect sense that he would
They-
punch somebody and they would die. That's what it makes sense.
Part-
He would be a melee character because they need another.
Part
one.
of that leak was like it charges up his that when he charges people it's like a charge, like you hold down something and it charges. But I mean, I was gonna say with like Orisa how they're combining abilities like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they combine or recycle something. That's just I think that's fine.
Yeah, I don't
There have
know how
been
that
some
will
other
go.
confirmed things, and there have been some other leaked things, but it's unclear what's true. Like today they said Symmetra's getting a legendary skin. I think in the next event. I'm not 100%.
I saw some data mining being done, which could be completely inaccurate, but it showed that each character is getting at least 5 items. I think they're doing some data mining for the new download or something. Which I just kind of want to know what they're going to do with the event. I've kind of gotten over skins.
Yeah, I'm currently not playing it at all. I'll wait till the event starts again.
Yeah. I don't know. I always get so hyped about the skins and then I don't get any of them, and I'm like, well, shit. That's
That's
well.
kind of annoying when that happens.
yeah. I'm sure they'll bring them back, but it'll be too long, and I won't
Yeah.
care at that point.
Game of Thrones spin-off shows.
You kidding me?
No,
Oh shit.
It's a thing.
they've been talking about it for a while, but it's getting more and more concrete.
See, yeah, but I thought
Jorah
that was
the
just some
Explorer.
stupid bullshit that I felt like saying.
Well, yeah, they want to say we want more shows, obviously,
Yeah, I thought they were
but the
just...
question of when they happen is becoming less. They're working on them basically. They're currently developing them, and which 4 it is the question. But
Jorah.
no, you keep saying Jorah. Is that an actual thing, Corey?
No, I
You just keep
I
saying
like
it for no reason.
Do more.
Just
Well,
like everything else he
that's
says.
what I'd like to see.
Okay,
No.
but what does it mean, Corey?
I'd like to see some more Jorah stuff.
Here's the
He
thing.
has some kind of interesting.
I'm gonna put this out now. This article says 4, right? Or did you make that up?
No, the
Article says 4.
The article. Okay, does
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 different
Okay.
spin-offs. It says.
Oh.
Even with 4, I see none of them happening after.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think any of them will be post
I could see like a
the
Lion
main
King
series.
1.5 thing going on, maybe.
That makes sense. I can believe that.
The obvious
Probably safer
candidates
to do that
the obvious
anyways.
candidates are Aegon's Conquest of the Seven Kingdoms. You could do The Long Night. You can do Dunk and Egg.
Oh, that'd be cool.
The Long Night
Night
would be
would be
really hard to do, I suspect. That one is like a movie. Like it would be a series of movies. But Dunk and Egg is probably the easiest. And the fourth one, I don't know. The fourth one could be anything.
Who is that? What is that?
Dunk and Egg is a series of
Dunk
short
and
stories
Egg?
that Grimm's written, set 150 years earlier. 100 years earlier, something like that. I don't remember exactly. Oh, Robert's Rebellion. Duh, that's the most obvious one. Is Robert's Rebellion because they already have younger Robert and they already have younger Ned, so that's the one that they would do.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's 4. I said 4. Sure, those are my 4. Those are my 4 guesses: Long Night, Dunk and Egg, Aegon's Conquest, and Robert's Rebellion.
Feels like it's been forever since the show.
It has. It's been a year now, I think, or close to it, because it comes
think-
out in April.
I think
So
it's
it's
worth
been-
mentioning.
That's normal.
It's-
That's like even less than normal show.
It's been like
Differences,
45 weeks, I guess.
It comes back in July.
Yeah. So it'll have been more than a year.
Yep.
I don't even
When-
fucking remember.
When
Yeah.
normally it's like 10 months.
Gonna have to rewatch it all again.
Yeah,
It's a lot
absolutely.
of
Day.
content.
I'll watch the most recent season. So
Yeah.
Thomas, if I watch
Which-
it in a day, the same thing will happen.
Yep.
I should start now.
Probably.
yeah, no, seriously, just start now because like the first season's great, so you'll really enjoy that. The second season's also good. Third season's pretty good. Fourth season kind of sucks. Fifth season kind of sucks. Sixth season's good. So
And I have the first 2 legally on Blu-ray.
yeah, me
I think
too.
it's
I
worth
actually think I have the
mentioning-
first 4.
Nobody actually brought it up from this article. These are just things in development. They're saying that none or multiple of these could actually happen.
Yeah, I get
They're
that.
just like, they're just
The first
they're
one,
just
the absolute
being
first one that you would
developed as, like, a
yeah, the first
possibility.
because they have the rights to the universe, so people love Game of Thrones. People will want more Game of Thrones when it's gone. So let's figure out what we're going to do with it. Is what they're saying,
Yeah,
and I get that. The
they're
first one
throwing
you'll
a bunch of
see.
ideas out.
I can pretty much. I feel like almost certain in saying the first one you would do would be Robert's Rebellion because people are familiar with the story, and that one would make sense because you
I feel
can't
like
spoil
it's probably
anything.
what will end up happening. They're probably just going to take.
They'll
these
do
4
that
ideas
one
and be
and
like
then-
these
and
other
then-
3 are fucking retarded or expensive.
Yeah, they
And be
wouldn't
like,
make
well,
them.
I guess
but,
we're going to do this one.
I mean, Dunk and Egg, almost everybody ends up dying in a dragon fire, so that's pretty cool. But that's also the end of it. So,
Yeah.
although he's not done with the series yet, so that's like, he hasn't written that bit officially as a short story. And what are the other ones? They won't do Long Night. That one's just hypothetical, but because it's the event at the beginning of the more or less the beginning of the story. So,
Yeah.
or the the war between the First Men and the children leading into the Long Night. There's a lot of different things they could do, but especially since we don't actually know what happened at all because the story hasn't been written yet or it hasn't come out in the show. Like in the show, they're like, okay, the children created the others to kill humans, which, as far as I know, in book chronology doesn't quite work, but maybe it'll happen in the books as well.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
And we may never know because
Yeah,
he
that's
hasn't. I'm leaning more towards we'll never know the final version. Every day I'm like, nah.
I mean,
It
he's
seems
got to
less
have
and
it
less
written
likely.
down
Impressive.
somewhere, right?
Yeah, he has it somewhere. He's told like the final points. Like the final points, a lot of what happens in the finale, the final season, will be what happens in the book probably.
Well, yeah. Worst case scenario, we'll just have a ghost written final book that just.
No, there
is
will
like a
there will
third of the
absolutely be a
size.
ghost written final book. Somebody will ghost write it.
It'll be
if
a
he
third of the
doesn't.
size and wrap up everything that can get wrapped up, and then it'll be done.
And it'll be a little bit disappointing because it has
Yeah.
to be. But I
Just like
genuinely hope. I hope he lives for another 50 years and writes a bunch of books. But at the same time,
Oh no!
I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah,
I really want it to, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe we could take his brain and just
put it on another body.
Keep
Maybe
it.
we can transplant his head somewhere to another human being.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe he's the one that's funding this.
Holy shit, maybe he is.
Oh,
Wouldn't be
shit,
surprised.
You figured it out, everyone.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
Germ
He's gonna
confirmed
be a
for head
skinny
transplant
man with a
recipient number
really
2.
fat head. Oh,
I
man.
think you would
Yeah.
suck some of the fat out when you take it off.
Yeah, but you can't take all of it out, man.
Well, there's not that much
Nah,
to
they
begin
wouldn't-
with in a head.
Ben,
Like there's
not
fat
gonna
in the
do
lower
that.
part, but like the rest of it, like you can't have that much fat on your skull.
Ben, there's been people. Have you seen people? There are like fat.
Their
foreheads.
No,
Yes.
Thomas, I've never actually seen people.
Well,
You
yeah,
caught
there's your
me.
problem. There are people with fat on their forehead, man. Yeah,
Really?
it's
Let
fucking.
me see.
Yeah, Google fat forehead. That's how we're ending this
apparently
week.
some kind of-
Is Googling
Oh
fat forehead.
no!
Yeah, you're seeing the same
But-
picture
but-
I am,
but
aren't
Thomas, this is like a level of obesity that is difficult to reach.
you?
Yeah, it's like an achievement.
Yeah.
My
Testament
forehead
to
is
the American will.
my forehead is
I mean,
drooping
once you-
down and
once you're-
covering my eyes.
Once you're almost there, you might as well keep going.
Just go
it's
for
like
it.
if you're like the second.
Oh
it's
my
like
god,
if you're the
this
second
woman's
heaviest man
forehead
on the
is
planet.
sticking out past her nose.
Thomas, I think that's Photoshop.
I
don't think that's how that
there's
actual woman
multiple
actually
images
wa-
of it.
People can Photoshop things, Thomas. No, but
I don't know if
it's
you
like
know this,
get-
Thomas, but you can Photoshop things.
Yeah. Oh man, I love
They
this picture right here. It's got a picture of just her undoctored on the left, and then a picture of her, but with like the outline of a normal sized human being on top of it, so you can just see the.
She's
whole
got, like, an
difference.
extra
I'm
neck.
gonna send that to you guys right here. Hold on.
That's got to be a tumor, dude. I don't think that's fat. That's
I mean,
gotta
then
be a
there's the
tumor.
rest of her though.
That's also
Maybe
a
it's
tumor.
both.
Didn't some man recently have like a 60-pound tumor removed?
Yeah, somebody had a massive tumor.
Yeah, that's
Where the hell
fucking
was it?
Disgusting.
Just in his like abdomen, just floating around in there.
Sure,
Yeah,
why
so
not?
I think that's
It
the
was
only
a second.
place where you'd
It
be
was
able
a
to
second
remove it.
leg.
Fuck. Yeah, that's,
Thanks for listening
Yeah,
to this week's episode, everybody. I'm
that's
sorry that we ended on
spontaneous
such
We're
a.
gonna watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
that-
I'm sorry that
Volume
we
2
ended
for our
on
movie
such
of the week.
a down note. Spoiler alert: it's really good.
Yeah,
Chick is fat as fuck.
that's the ending. All right.